Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
What a pleasure to have you with me on this super-sized episode of What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. It is a 3-hour edition of What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, and we are covering creativity in our Wisconsin culinary arts, dance, music, theater, photography, the entertainment scene, and in our spotlight interview in about 5 minutes, learn how to be the host with the most enviable drinks at your parties. St. Kate, the Arts Hotel bar manager, Chris Schiefelbein, stops in to share what to expect at the Cocktails 101 workshop on Friday there at St. Kate. Real tips and techniques you can actually use the next time you are mixing it up at home. And look at the date, March 18th. Summerfest is just 3 months away, kicking off June 18th. It'll be after back-to-back Garth Brooks shows at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater, June 16th and 17th. But a few musical picks from one of your favorite WTMJ personalities is on the way, plus what we learned from the Milwaukee Reps Industry Report released today as a result of them hosting their recent Theater Leader Summit a couple of weeks ago here in Milwaukee. And the second hour of What's on Tap, Global Dance takes center stage on Saturday, a performance titled Where in the World?, featuring Hawaiian, Aztec, flamenco, so many other styles of cultural dance. Studio K Flamenco Artistic Director Carenza DeMars is going to join me in the studio with your personal invitation to experience the multicultural sights and sounds on stage. And our Good Karma brand partner Skylight Music Theater revealed their 2026-27 season on Monday, right after the blizzard. So you know there's a serious theater goers showing up for the big reveal on Monday night in the Third Ward. Artistic Director Michael Unger is going to join me to share the bold musicals they have chosen and what makes each one worthy of your attendance. And in the bonus hour after the 8 o'clock newscast, local award-winning artist Samer Ghani is going to join me with the news about his new photography book capturing dozens of images of live performances and plus his other creative projects. And the song you need to hear, a motivational classic rock favorite by Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Journey. Why? Because you may not realize this, their farewell tour is stopping at Fiserv Forum tomorrow night. Last call for Journey if you want to see them live. So that's all coming up on What's on Tap. And a reminder of how the Brewers are kicking up opening day by many, many notches. After the home opener, stick around in your seats. A 20-minute highlight from a soon-to-be-released documentary called Uke is going to screen on the big screen. Because roll back. Remember in January of 2024 on What's on Tap, I welcomed 2 local filmmakers to the studio. They were working on this documentary about Bob Uecker called Uke from the September Club. It's a collective of filmmakers here in Milwaukee. Co-directors Steve Farr and Michael T. Volman joined me with stories about how they'd spent the 2023 season filming Uke at ballparks all around the country and to start telling the story of his life and his legacy, his baseball career, his entertainment career. And this is a taste of what they had created back then in 2024.
No way.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Doyle here, welcoming all you friends of the Feather to another season of Indians baseball.
I used to sit in the bullpen and do Harry Carey.
Here we are in the Cardinal clubhouse with along with Jack Buck.
And when I first started doing it for real, it was the worst.
Buddy hired me in 1971. I was doing a New York writers' dinner, and Bud asked me if I'd like to come back to Milwaukee and work. And I said, yeah.
I had to do play-by-play. I never did it before. Never. All the stuff I did, the Tonight Shows and all the other stuff. I don't know if I was ever that frightened. And we're in Yankee Stadium. The engineer finally said, Uke, you better start talking. There's one out.
Yelich to left, deep, warning track, get up, get out of here and go!
Here he comes, 1-2. Swing him out! Goodbye, Detroit! Hello, New York! It's ready! Oh my God, the Indians win it! And the Brewers are going to the postseason again! They're the Central Division champions!
Some of the sounds that were part of the original sizzle reel for the Uke documentary a couple of years ago. So now, after 2 years of shaping this film, you're going to get to see 20 minutes of the new Uke documentary on the big screen after opening day. And this time tomorrow night, going to revisit with Steve Farr and Michael T. Volman, the co-directors of Uke, this documentary, to get updates on what it was like filming and what we can expect to see in the Uker documentary. So lots to look forward to this time tomorrow night here on What's on Tap. And cocktails, charcuterie, some shake and stir magic. Learn about the Cocktails 101 workshop at St. Kate the Arts Hotel in a spotlight interview with St. Kate the Arts Hotel bar manager and mixologist. Chris Schiefelbein joins me next on What's on Tap.
Amy Simonson is the IT administrator with Professional Services Group. They had business technology from a not-so-supportive vendor. Not anymore. They switched to James Imaging Systems.
They come in as a partner. They want to help you. They want to make your business successful.
Including your James Imaging Systems sales representative.
He's always there when I need him. It's always like, what can I do to help you?
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner with great people and more value.
The value is we have the right equipment in the right place. We're getting reliable, consistent service when we need it.
Amy, your advice for other Wisconsin businesses?
I would definitely say contact James Imaging. They are very helpful and knowledgeable and will put you in the right place.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. Call 262-781-7700, 262-781-7700, or visit jamesimaging.com.
We've all heard of Larry Bird. Allow us to introduce Derry Bird.
It's A.J. Green slashing a three down from the right wing on the other end of the court. It's a one-point game. Back to A.J. A.J. going to try to answer. Off-balance three, and he hits it. How did he hit that one? But Derry Bird going deep into his bag of tricks there.
We're the home of Derry Bird and the Bucks, WTMJ.
Hi, I'm Jane. Before moving to Capri Communities, my daughter spent more time helping me with chores than enjoying our visits. Now she comes over and we can go to concerts, we enjoy delicious meals, and participate in activities that are always happening. I choose senior living so that our time together can be more about fun than fixing things. And I love the freedom it gives me every day.
Give the care that has your parent enjoying life again at CapriCommunities.com.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big-name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does. Because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, where I am my taste buds are tempted by this spotlight interview with St. Kate the Arts Hotel. I am very happy to welcome St. Kate the Arts Hotel bar manager, Chris Schiefelbein, because this time on Friday, you are going to be preparing for Cocktails 101. Tell us about this workshop.
So Cocktails 101 is basically an introductory to the world of cocktails, right? I've worked downtown for the last 14 years, kind of perfecting my craft. And realistically, I don't expect you to know all these things, but that's what this class is for. It's basically picking up the basics for everything that goes into cocktails, how we build them, why we build them, why they taste the way they do. You know, kind of giving you that introductory so you can take it home feeling like you learned something, and you can do it at home as well.
And wonderful to learn from a passionate expert like you who really enjoys the creative process and the balance of all those flavors. And the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel. Great reputation for great food, the unique cocktails, and a vibrant atmosphere. Tell us more about the cocktails part of the name of the studio.
Well, the cocktails are always the tricky part, right? Because everyone has different tastes, everyone has different preferences, even as something as simple as I want this spirit versus this spirit. The whole idea is basically making a cocktail program that's approachable to the average human being, right?
Yeah, it's special, like not just something you'd make at home,
right.
That really does have the expertise with it.
Yeah. A lot of what we're doing right now is batch infusions for our cocktails themselves. So you could take a base spirit, say Kettle One vodka, right? Well known, super, super simple. But what we do is we take a couple different things. We let it marinate, infuse is the proper term, for a couple of days. And then you have a completely transformed spirit that actually helps bolster the cocktail, make it even something more special that you don't normally get at home.
What are some of your favorite infusions?
Well, right now, my favorite one that we have is the Fig and Delicious. It is a vanilla, cinnamon, and fig. I almost forgot the fig.
It's right in the name.
Vanilla, cinnamon, and fig infused bourbon. And that goes into the cocktail with a little bit of sweet vermouth and some creme de cacao, and it is delicious.
And that sounds very rich. And complex is not a favorite word of mine, but it sounds very rich because the vanilla is already a warmth. The cinnamon, I feel like, has an earthy depth, but then fig has that unmistakable sweetness that only a fig has. And then you put that with a stout bourbon.
Yeah.
Ooh, that I could see why that's one of your favorites. And then, of course, you have to taste it, right?
Sometimes.
But at the studio, handcrafted drinks, you got like you just said, like a twist on a classic. You could drink a bourbon neat, or you could drink it infused like that. And you also have fun with like 3 different sections, because you're talking about, it's tough to sometimes, even as a customer, I don't know, what do I want to drink? So you help out with 3 sections: fun and fruity, spiced and warming, adventurous and boozy. Tell us about those sections and how much fun it was to create those.
I mean, obviously the fruity and all that fun stuff is always something that you got to really work towards. You don't want it to be too sweet. You don't want it to be too fruity. You want it just right. So we have a cocktail. It's called the Ruby Tuesday. This one is actually near and dear to my heart. We have a rhubarb liqueur that we use in it, and along with a house-made strawberry simple syrup. The reason why rhubarb has always been a good memory for me is back when I lived in New Berlin, we had a rhubarb patch in the backyard. So we would always cut the rhubarb, make strawberry rhubarb pie every summer, and which always something that I reminisce about.
You make a great point that these tastes and these aromas, they make memories. They can call back those happy feelings, and they can give you that good experience.
Yeah, and that's kind of what cocktails are all about, right? It's imparting flavors that you know and that you love and building on them and creating something that you've never even tasted before, and it's somehow better, and improving on those memories that you've always had growing up.
And I feel like spiced and warming we kind of touched on with the infused bourbon. How about adventurous and boozy?
The adventurous and boozy, the Fig and Delicious, is definitely part of that category. Yeah. It's predominantly going to be spirit forward, but you have those layers of flavors. So the sweet vermouth kind of has like that plum tone to it, whereas the figs will really build up into it. There's also some honey simple syrup that kind of balances out the actual harshness of the bourbon that you get sometimes. So you kind of are left with this perfectly curated cocktail that's easy to sip on.
And you are speaking like a mixologist, because you are a mixologist, but you know the balance and what ingredients will take away the strength of one drink or another. And how do you come up with these creative cocktails?
Lots and
mocktails.
Lots and lots and lots of trial and error.
You mentioned you've been at this at least 14 years.
Correct.
But you now get to show off your skills and teach others Friday in the darkroom, which is another special space at St. Kate. From 7 till 9, cocktails 101. And you also get to nibble while you're mixing. So tell us what to expect at Cocktails 101. And is there still room?
Well, as of today, as of right now, there is one spot available for this class. But don't worry, this is just the first installment of this class. We will be doing more of these classes in the future, as well as building on if you want to do a 201, a 301, kind of keep it within the college realm.
Oh, that's smart. The moderate to advanced classes
Correct.
with Chris Schiefelbein, the
Correct.
bar manager at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, because it's got to be fun for you to see people get excited about what you're excited about, but then also keep kicking it up a notch. So you're going to also serve a charcuterie board during the mixology class, and you get a souvenir after you leave.
You do. You get a St. Kate branded glass to take home with you. There's also a few more goodies that I'm not going to spoil. So if you would like to find out, you're going to have to sign up and find out for yourself.
And that website is stkatearts.com. St. Kate Arts, ARTS.com, to find out about Cocktails 101. And before I let you go back out to mix it up in the bar lobby for other happy people inside St. Kate, what are some of the other events that you're looking forward to?
Well, we always have a plethora of events going on around the hotel. We do brunch every Saturday and Sunday, which is a live DJ during the brunch as well. So if you want to mix it up a little bit, I highly recommend that. Also, I know everyone's always looking around the corner for Easter. I think it's a little bit early this year, is it not?
April 5th.
April 5th,
Sunday.
yeah. So we're doing Easter brunch upstairs in the studio as well for April 5th. That is kids and adults alike, so don't be afraid to take the little ones with you as well. That's always a little bit easier of an option if you don't really want to cook for yourself or your family.
And start making those memories. Maybe you start a nice tradition at St. Kate the Arts Hotel with Easter brunch. And because then you can roam around and look at all the art, and I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Chris, again, where should we go to find out about Cocktails 101 and the rest of the studio workshops planned for St. Kate the Arts Hotel?
You can find all of the information you could possibly want all on our website. All of our events are going to be there. It'll tell you who's playing in the lobby because we do have live music every day of the week. It'll tell you if we have any other cocktail classes planned. We also do a pizza workshop as well. So if you want to have a cute little date night and you want to go make a pizza and learn how we do it over at the St. Kate as well, we offer classes for that as well.
Appealing to all of the senses at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Thank you so much. He is the St. Kate the Arts Hotel bar manager, Chris Schiefelbein. If you see him in the lobby bar or in the studio, certainly say hello and take some classes with him. Have a great time Friday at Cocktails 101.
Thanks for having me.
Somebody better snap up that last seat. Cheers. And we are 3 months away till a big summer event. The countdown is on. Details and a peek into the musical taste of WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga. Next on What's on Tap.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $14.98 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
True luxury is the absence of worry. It begins the moment you settle into your seat with Delta Vacations and continues as you step onto the polished teak decks of a Holland America ship. Whether you're chasing the northern lights or the Mediterranean sun, Fox World Travel anticipates every detail so you can simply savor the journey. Stop managing the logistics and start making memories. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com to elevate your travel today.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
And it's dark in a cold December, but I got you to keep me warm. If you're broken,
What's on Tap? Sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. 3 months until the big gig, and you are hearing one of our Summerfest 2026 headliners. Ed Sheeran is going to be headlining Summerfest, and June 18th is when it kicks off, 3 months away to the world's largest music festival right here on Milwaukee's lakefront. And lots of us here at WTMJ are excited, like this familiar voice.
Hey there, Debbie Lazaga here, and the folks that I'm looking forward to seeing this year at Summerfest, of course, Garth Brooks, the ultimate.
Thunder roll. Every light is burning in a house across town.
Then, of course, we've got Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, just, he touches my heart with his music.
If you need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. But so you need me, man, I don't need you. 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 But so you need me.
And then, a little bit less known, Straight No Chaser. I am a huge a cappella fan, and Straight No Chaser, they are amazing. Those are my 3 picks. Love it. Summerfest coming. Yes.
Wake up where the clouds are far.
Told you there's some enthusiasm and excitement around these parts. Those are Debbie Lazaga's picks. Garth Brooks doing the pre-Summerfest shows June 16th and 17th at the American Family Amphitheater. Ed Sheeran June 25th at AmFam Amphitheater. And Straight No Chaser on the Free Uline stage, headlining on July 4th. I'll keep you updated on further Summerfest announcements here on What's on Tap and on WTMJ.com. The Milwaukee Rep and Milwaukee Brewers have announcements today to share with you. But first, we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Elizabeth Lintonen.
Thanks, Sandy. The owner of a former prenatal care company in Milwaukee will spend 10 years in prison for a Medicaid fraud scheme. Marquita Barnes was found guilty on 20 federal charges, including healthcare fraud, money laundering, and identity theft. A jury found that she stole over $2 million from a Medicaid benefit program that helps at-risk moms and their young children. Chief U.S. District Judge Pamela Pepper said Wisconsin has extensively scaled back the program because of fraud, and in some cases is entirely unavailable to the women who need it. Organizational changes are coming to Milwaukee Public Schools. Chief of Schools Dr. Keely Roberts and Budget Director Nick Sinram will be leaving the district this Friday. Roberts leaves after just 6 months on the job as MPS eliminates the Chief of Schools position. Sinram was just appointed to the lead Office of Strategy, Budget, and Performance for Milwaukee County. The district is eliminating over 260 jobs to address a nearly $50 million budget deficit. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We are seeing those delays on I-94 right near American Family Field. Looks to be a little worse if you are heading eastbound than westbound. Other than that, though, no major incidents, no major delays. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Overnight tonight, a chance of a mix of frozen rain, low of 31. Tomorrow morning, patchy fog, high of 42. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 47 at the lake, 53 inland. Saturday, partly cloudy, breezy and mild, high of 62. Right now, in Green Bay, 31. In Waukesha, it's 33. And in Milwaukee, it is 34 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:32.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 3/31/2026.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does. Because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back. I think we can be proud of Milwaukee stepping up to be leaders in our creative community, not just here in Wisconsin, in our state and in our city, but also around the country. Milwaukee Repertory Theater, they had the inkling just a couple of weeks ago, which I'm sure there was much more planning, but a couple of weeks ago, they hosted over 60 artistic and executive leaders from theaters and cultural organizations across North America. They had a 3-day summit, and there was a lot of discussion about the state of regional theater. And actually, the summit was titled From Crisis to Catalyst, Transforming the Regional Theater Landscape. Now, keep in mind, this is from Milwaukee Repertory Theater, and I chuckle because they had a transformational year last year with the $80 million renovation of their main theater space. That is just incredible how they've reimagined and opened up that space and also made that space state-of-the-art and big and beautiful atrium, floor-to-ceiling windows for the lobby spaces, but the performance spaces now a Broadway show can come and preview here instead of going to Chicago or a different city because of the stage setup and the fact that you can lower the different equipment instead of having to climb up and get to the catwalk to change the lights or hang different set pieces. So they've really had some really modern renovations at the Milwaukee Rep to look towards the future of successful creative culture here in Milwaukee. And I got to think that also when you host 60 theatrical leaders from around the country. It's also to show off this space. Like, hey, this is what we worked hard. And credit to the Milwaukee Rep leadership. They got that project done on budget and on time, which, you know how anything, and in your own home, it's tough to get your own home projects finished on time and on budget. So lots of optimism. But what I also like is they've published, if you go to the Milwaukee Reps website, you can read this full report. And I don't have to read it to you. You can actually enjoy and absorb it yourself and see what some of the takeaways were. But one of the biggest takeaways to me were, it's very smart. You can put your head in the sand, or you can say, hey, we've got declining attendance. Production costs are increasing. Philanthropy, though, those benefactors are aging out, and how do you appeal to younger donors? And also just growing competition for your time and attention. There's so many things we can do out and about and at home. So how do you address those challenges instead of ignoring them and hoping for the best? Well, you come together. So over these 3 days, instead of just getting together and commiserating, all of these theater leaders collaborated and came up with different ideas that they can follow up on. And I think that's admirable that Milwaukee is leading the way in this theater leadership. And here in Milwaukee, the keynote speaker was Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright from Milwaukee here, Ayad Akhtar. And he has done so many thought-provoking plays, and now including on Broadway, McNeil, which is now, I think it's the last weekend to see McNeil at the Milwaukee Rep. But Ayad Akhtar, just super known for having smart plays and not being afraid to dig into deep, meaty subject matter like artificial intelligence or the finance market. And so he addressed these leaders and said, hey, it is time to build deeper relationships with audiences. And you do that by making bold artistic choices, by really presenting thought-provoking artwork, and through experimenting and trying different things and really believing in the power of a live performance. So, and I think anytime you go see something live, whether it is, we've been talking about the Milwaukee Brewers, or whether you see a live concert, or whether you see theater in person, those people breathing and speaking and sometimes looking at you right in the eye, that is a different type of experience for entertainment and for art. So lots to be proud of for Milwaukee taking the lead on that. And they're also, what came of this big summit was possibly exploring a new national arts fund, which, some of these are big tackles. But I like that we're on the front end of it. So if you want to dig deeper, I would highly recommend it. I think you'll be proud of the progress that is at least has begun here in Milwaukee to get all these leaders together. It is the full report. You can find it on the Milwaukee Reps website. And like I said, it's making me happy that that there's action being taken and that regional theater isn't going to disappear. It's going to evolve as long as we have leadership like this. So, and the best thing you can do, show up to the kinds of shows that you're interested in. That definitely helps. We're going to check in with dance and musical theater leaders here in Milwaukee. After 7, Studio K Flamenco's artistic director, Carenza DeMars, will join me, and Skylight Music Theater artistic director, Michael Unger, to hear what special performances they have planned that you can be part of and be inspired to continue to support live performance. And next, your Milwaukee Brewers gearing up for the 2026 season and the home opener on Thursday. They are also partnering with the arts. Monday, March 30th, is UPAF Night, United Performing Arts Fund, which you've heard Vince Vitrano is co-chairing. And they're having a special UPAF night. The Florentine Opera Company will will perform the national anthem. And the UPAF CEO, Anne-Marie Scobie-Polachek, gets the honor of tossing out the ceremonial first pitch. But it should be a fun night, and you get discounted tickets between like $15 and $27 for that Monday night game against the Tampa Bay Rays. And you'll be showing up for both the United Performing Arts Fund and for your Milwaukee Brewers. If you want info on that UPAF night on March 30th, that Monday, discounted tickets at upaf.org/brewers. And the Brewers also announced even more fun giveaways and promotions today. I'll get you up to date, and a reminder about the opening day screening of part of the new Uke doc. That's next on What's on Tap.
Save big on your landscape project at Menards. Whether you're shopping for edges, pavers, or wall blocks, Menards has the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape block ready to take home today. Build a beautiful border for your landscape with our interlock edgers on sale now through March 22nd. Save big on landscape block at Menards. Also, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests.
That's WTMJ.com/contests. We demand a lot of our shoulders and hands, our hips and knees, our backs and feet. They do life's heavy lifting, so we owe them the greatest attention in return. The Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network provides expert orthopedic and spine care to help you move, lift, turn, and reach with the most possible ease. Whether you have a sports-related injury or a nagging condition that just won't go away, excellence should always be an option. So we make our care available in nearby locations and offer same-day ortho and spine appointments when relief can't wait. It's how to recover quicker, prevent small concerns from becoming big ones, and solve complex issues with the expertise you can only get with academic medicine. We're given just one body, so let's tend to it, check in on it. Let's give it the greatest of care, because when it's tuned up and injury-free, we can always be pushing ahead. To learn more about our nationally recognized orthopedic and spine care, visit Froedtert.com/ortho.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
For those with a warm weather fashion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Getting psyched for Brewers baseball around here. We are WTMJ opening day, March 26th. It's been circled on our calendar for months and months. So next Thursday is going to be a lot of fun wall-to-wall coverage here at WTMJ. And opening day, something I have been looking forward to for at least 2 years. After the game, stay in your seats because you're going to get a sneak peek at the new Uke documentary. You're going to get one of the very first looks at this film that has been 2 years in the making. And I've been excited about this. I got to meet the co-directors in January of 2024. And as soon as I was like, wait, you're doing what? You have to come in and tell me more. So it's been fun to follow along with their progress. And now to know that the rest of the world is going to start seeing what they've put together. And it'll be the first ever public showing of the documentary, and it's scheduled for a theatrical release later this summer. Those details will be announced. I have Michael T. Volman and Steve Farr, the co-directors, coming back into What's on Tap tomorrow to give us the update and what it's been like telling Bob Uecker's story through film over the past 2 incredibly emotional years for baseball fans and for Bob Uecker in his life. And they followed along at ballparks, even at his home. Bob and his wife, Judy, opened up their home and got out photo albums and got out all sorts of archives. And this is a moment from Steve Farr and Michael T. Volman's visit with me in January of 2024, just to give you an idea of what it's like to work on this Uke documentary.
That's been a really fun process, just trying to find as much as we can from all the things he's done. Johnny Carson, Belvedere Show. He's done all these, the Miller Lite ads that really kind of made him pop, definitely in pop culture. He did Saturday Night Live. I mean, countless shows. He was just kind of all over television. And the fascinating thing was that, like I'm from Milwaukee, and so It's almost as if like an old friend that you knew from the old days, and he like goes out and becomes a star. You kind of always think of him as like a hometown guy, and like you kind of take for granted how sort of what a pop phenomenon he is.
And how do you choose which clips make the cut for the film when there are so very many? Is it the ones that make you laugh the most? The ones maybe it might be more rare?
I mean, the truth is, we still have a lot more culling down to do.
I'll bet.
I mean, it's funny. When we were doing some interviews with Bob at his house, and like Michael said, Judy's always kind of close by, making sandwiches or something, and she came out with this grocery bag, brown paper bag, just full of VHS tapes, and she said, "Well, there's stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff in here you might want to look at," and so. We did, and it was a little bit of everything. It was, Belvedere, and it was Tonight Show episodes, and a little bit of home movies, and
even like Admiral's commercials, local stuff.
And it wasn't like labeled really very well. So it was kind of, you put the tape in and just we'll see what it's going to be, and it's a treasure trove of kind of fun stuff.
That is Steve Farr and Michael T. Volman, the co-directors of the new documentary called Uke, and everybody gets a first peek on the big screen at American Family Field after the opening day game on March 26th. So yet another reason to go. And I know everybody tends to get into the game late because of tailgating, but it's a good reason to stay and don't leave early to see a preview of Uke. And this time tomorrow night, you will be hearing from Steve and Michael, the co-directors of this documentary. They're going to be back in the studio with me to tell me more about the plans for the film and some behind-the-scenes stories of what it's been like to be around Bob Uecker these past 2 years. And promotions announced by the Brewers also. If you've got some of those giveaways circled, they added Backyard Baseball Night on Wednesday, June 3rd, the Backyard Sports Night, celebrating iconic games and characters that the fans grew up with, including a Pablo Sanchez bobblehead. That is June 3rd, and a Pokemon Go Night on Wednesday, June 17th. You can celebrate, and a collectible Brewers Pokemon Go item will be included on that game. And this is on the new list, but I thought I already knew this. Oscar the Grouch bobblehead on Sunday, August 9th for Sesame Street Day. Maybe that's my Milwaukee PBS showing, but I'm excited about an Oscar the Grouch baseball bobblehead. That amuses me. So theme nights, you can flesh all those out at the Milwaukee Brewers website, brewers.com as well. And last call, music fans, last call to see Journey perform live. You can be at a special evening with Journey Friday, their Final Frontier Tour 2026 Fiserv Forum. Oh, I said Friday. It's actually tomorrow night. Forgive me. Tomorrow night. I like to alliterate. Friday, Fiserv Forum. No, not Friday. Thursday night, tomorrow, Journey at Fiserv Forum, a sing-along song that you have heard at ballparks and in your stereo speakers for decades. It's a song you need to hear. Next.
John Mercure here for Connect Chiropractic. Life today can keep us stuck in stress mode. Headaches, poor sleep, constant tension, feeling worn down. At Connect Chiropractic, the focus isn't just masking symptoms, it's finding the root cause, helping your nervous system function the way it was designed so your body can heal, adapt, and perform at its best. If you deal with headaches, sleep struggles, or neck and back pain from long days at a desk, take a closer look. Start with a first visit at Connect Chiropractic. It includes advanced scans, digital x-rays, helping uncover what's really going on. Connect Chiropractic.
At Associated Bank, we know running a business is tough enough, so our business is making your business banking easy. That's why we make sure it speaks your language. Business and consumer linked accounts? How about all your banking all in one place with one login account? $50 overdraft grace zone? Think of it as a I never said I was a CFO grace zone. And maintenance fee free account? Well, free is always good. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-939-2525. That's 800-939-2525. 800-939-2525.
Keep the comfort in and the weather out with beautiful new windows and doors from Siding Unlimited. For ideas, go to our Siding Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate and honest price guarantee, go to sidingunlimited.com.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at amazonbusiness.com.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
Man, a radio staple for decades. Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Journey are bringing their final frontier tour to Milwaukee's Fiserv Forum tomorrow night. Hey, we made the cut for the final tour. I like that. It's your chance to see Neil Schon, the guitar legend. He really did build that band's signature sound. Jonathan Cain, they managed to get along and perform together. He's written a lot of the songs behind Journey's hits. And the voice, it's not Steve Perry, but you close your eyes, he's darn near close. Arnel Pineda is still singing with the band, and he's really, once he took over, carried Journey into a new generation. So Journey, 5 decades, countless hits, one last celebration, and this is the song that still unites every crowd, doesn't it? Don't Stop Believin' by Journey, the song you need to hear on What's on Tap.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Lake Geneva is the Midwest's premier golf destination, featuring breathtaking views, crystal clear lakes, and rolling fairways. Treat yourself to an all-inclusive golf getaway with courses designed for all skill levels, luxurious lodging, distinctive dining, and a relaxing spa. Plan a Lake Geneva group golf outing, a corporate event, or a weekend getaway with friends or family. Their pros will help you plan a memorable golf experience. For info on courses and more, visit lakegeneva.com today. Lake Geneva, it's always been the place for legendary golf.
When you've thrown over 4,000 innings like I have, you know joint pain isn't a maybe, it's a guarantee. For you, was it climbing ladders or too much heavy lifting? Hey, we're all in the same boat. But surgery, that was never my answer.
Baseball legend Roger Clemens knows there's a better way. That's QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself. No scalpels, no fake fixes, just real relief.
What I love about QC Kinetics, these are the most respected medical pros in the country that specialize in non-surgical therapies to get you moving again.
Don't mask the pain, fix it. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
I trusted QC Kinetics. You should too.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
Since 1956, the Adair name has stood for craftsmanship, honesty, and taking care of people the right way. I'm Austin Adair.
And I'm Chelsea.
My grandparents started this company with nothing but hard work and pride in every single job. My parents carried that legacy forward, and today, my wife and I are proud to continue it as third generation of Adair Floors and Remodeling. This isn't just a business to us. It is our family name, our reputation, and our promise to you. At Adair Floors and Remodeling, we help homeowners upgrade with confidence. Whether you need luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, carpet, tile, or a full remodel, our team handles everything from design to installation. Quality products, professional crews, clear communication, and results you'll love. That's what 3 generations have built and what we stand behind every single day. Visit Adair Floors and Remodeling today at our large showroom located in Franklin, or give us a call at 414-761-3660 for a free estimate. Adair Floors and Remodeling. 3 generations, 1 standard.
You can't beat Bernhardt.
Sports lovers love us. Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
7 o'clock, it's 33 degrees here in Milwaukee. Overnight tonight, a chance of a mix, low of 31. Tomorrow, patchy morning fog, partly cloudy, high of 42. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. The search is on for a missing college student in Spain. News Nation's Marnie Hughes.
James Jimmy Gracie is missing. He is a junior at the University of Alabama. Jimmy was visiting friends in Barcelona, Spain, when he vanished on Tuesday, March 17th. So this just happened. He was last seen outside of Xoco. It's a club in the Villa Olímpica area of the Barceloneta beach.
Gracie is from suburban Chicago. A migrant from Afghanistan is the 12th person this year to die while being detained by federal immigration officials. CBS News' Camilo Montoyo Galvez.
Imran Paktawal's father, 41-year-old Afghan immigrant Mohammed Nazir Paktawal, died in ICE custody this past weekend. He was detained as he was getting ready to take his children to school. 24 hours later, the father of 6 became the 12th person to die in ICE custody less than 3 months into 2026. Nazir Paktawal received the body of his brother on Tuesday.
There's now an investigation into his death. Quick Trip is working to clean up a diesel fuel spill in Waukesha. Fire crews responded to the gas station on Pewaukee Drive just before 10:30 today, where about 50 gallons of diesel spilled onto the concrete. It happened when a pump was left unattended. The Waukesha Fire Department hazardous materials team helped contain the spill. Quick Trip is now working with the contractor on cleanup. Cesar Chavez events are being canceled nationwide and in Milwaukee following allegations of sexual assault and grooming against the late civil rights leader.
The city of Milwaukee has celebrated Cesar Chavez Day for more than a decade on or around March 31st.
But Wednesday, Alderwoman Jocasta Zamarripa said the event will not be taking place this year following the allegations against Chavez within a New York Times article published this week. Zamarripa also indicated talks will begin in the coming weeks on the naming of Cesar Chavez Drive on the city's south side. The Marcus Performing Arts Center had planned to hold its annual Cesar Chavez celebration April 9th. A link to the event's website has since been taken down. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Organizational changes are coming to Milwaukee Public Schools.
Chief of Schools Dr. Keely Roberts and Budget Director Nick Sinram will be leaving the district this Friday. Roberts leaves after just 6 months on the job as MPS eliminates the Chief of Schools position. Sinram was just appointed to lead the Office of Strategy, Budget, and Performance for Milwaukee County. He will start in April on an interim basis, pending confirmation by the Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors. MPS is eliminating over 260 jobs to address a nearly $50 million budget deficit. Nizer Spencer, WTMJ News.
Brad Schimmel will continue to lead the U.S. Attorney's Office in Wisconsin's Eastern District after all, under a new title.
The former Wisconsin Attorney General was serving as interim U.S. Attorney until his appointment expired this week, and federal judges declined to name him to the position permanently. According to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Attorney General Pam Bondi is now appointing Schimmel as First Assistant U.S. Attorney. That position is usually the number 2 in office, but in this case, Schimmel will lead because the U.S. Attorney position will remain vacant. This leadership move by the Justice Department has happened in at least 2 other federal districts. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News. Time is 7:03.
You've seen the photos, but nothing compares to being there. In 2026, trade your screen for the real thing, the quiet ripple of the Rhine from an Avalon Waterways suite, or the storied streets of Italy with Globus. At Fox World Travel, we handle every detail so you can focus on the moment, not the logistics. Stop dreaming about the world and start walking through it. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com to plan your 2026 journey today.
The Brew Crew are back on March 26th.
Uh-oh. Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they open up the season against the Chicago White Sox.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
Brewers opening day is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in March 26th at 1:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big-name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does. Because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers lost to the Angels 4-3 today in Cactus League play. The Wisconsin Badgers begin the NCAA tournament on Thursday afternoon against number 12 seed High Point. Badgers head coach Greg Gardon facing a team that won 30 games during the regular season.
Facing really good teams that have had really good years. So if you have a bad 10 minutes of that 40, you're going home. If you have a bad 8 minutes to close a game, you're likely going home.
Thursday's game tips off at 12:50 Central Time. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We are still seeing some minor delays on I-94 if you're heading westbound right near American Family Field at the construction. We also do have a crash that's on I-94 out near Brookfield. On I-94 near Barker Road, but it seems to be clearing up. Other than that, no major incidents.
This report sponsored by Exterior Pros and Baths. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation. Don't just upgrade, transform your home. From bold exteriors to breathtaking baths, Exterior Pros makes it happen. Exterior Pros. Trust the pros.
Time for your WTMJ forecast. Overnight tonight, a chance of mix and freezing rain, low of 31. Tomorrow morning, patchy fog, partly cloudy, high of 42. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 47 at the lake, 53 inland. Saturday, partly cloudy, breezy and mild, high of 62. Sunday, a chance for a mix, high of 41 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it's 30. In Madison, it's 34. In Waukesha, 32. And in Milwaukee, it is 33 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Oh, lucky you. 2 more hours of What's on Tap to enjoy with me. It's my sense of humor coming up. But this is a good couple of hours. I'm very excited to have some very special guests. Coming up, Skylight Music Theater Artistic Director Michael Unger shares the bold new productions that they have chosen for their 2026-27 season. And this season isn't over either. So your invitation to see some wonderful musical theater is coming up. And award-winning local artist Samar Ghani visits me after the 8 o'clock news to share his new photography book called Memories of a Street Cat, which is actually a celebration of a lot of live music performances. But right now, it is a global journey, no passport required. On Saturday at the South Milwaukee Performing Arts Center, Where in the World is the name of a wonderful dance performance. It brings together flamenco, West African dance, Native American hoop dance, Hawaiian dance, Japanese taiko drumming, all on one stage. And I didn't even list it all out. It's a celebration of culture, rhythm, storytelling through movement and costumes. And joining me live in the studio is artistic director behind it all, Carenza DeMars of Studio K Flamenco. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I am so excited to just listing it out. You think of the colors and the sights and the sounds of the different music. What a unique event. How did you come up with the idea of Where in the World to bring these cultures together?
Well, as a flamenco artist, there's not a lot of opportunities for traditional dance artists to do larger shows. And it can be challenging, especially for emerging artists, to present their work on a big stage. And so I thought, well, if we create something that brings all of these traditional art forms together, we share audiences, we share a show, and we have an opportunity to kind of expose people to different styles. Like they may have never seen Aztec dancing, but they may love flamenco. And so they go to see the flamenco and they see the Aztec dancing. Or they may love hula and they go to see that, but then they fall in love with West African dancing. So it's kind of an opportunity to see many different cultural traditions together, and wonderful for families too. I think it's a great show for kids. Very colorful, very rhythmic.
And you typically craft a show that is family friendly in that it is not 3 hours long with 2 intermissions. How long is the Where in the World show?
The Where in the World is about 1 hour and 15, no intermission. So it's great for wiggly children. I think it's really important for kids to see different kinds of music and dance. So I try and make shows that are family friendly. That way everybody can go and have a good time, and then you can go have dinner afterwards and talk about it.
Exactly. Yeah. And just the different styles of music. And it sounds very rhythmic. You talk about West African, you talk about flamenco, Japanese taiko drumming. Like these aren't all going to be quiet, sit still, and pay attention performances. Like I get the impression that these are going to be that you'll be welcomed to maybe whoop and clap along.
Absolutely. And when I welcome the audience for this show, I say, please don't be quiet. We're not expecting you to be quiet. We're going to be really loud. And when you're loud with us, it makes, it helps us feel encouraged in the performance. And it's almost all live music too. So the drums are there. It's very intense, and it's just a really neat experience. And this year, we're at the South Milwaukee Performing Arts Center. And after the performance, the dancers will be going through the audience into the lobby, and you'll get a chance to meet some of them.
I will tell you. So South Performing Arts Center Saturday is Where in the World, this wonderful multicultural dance performance. And I'm saying wonderful, even though I haven't seen it yet, because what I did see, Carenza, I went to see your production of the Flamenco Nutcracker last December. And I had met you a couple years ago and didn't get a chance to go that year. So finally made it last year. You undersell it. It is a pageantry of costumes and headpieces and sparkles and wonderful different types of movement and live music. So after seeing and being so impressed with the Flamenco Nutcracker, because I'll tell you, my standards were high. You've danced all around the world. You've started this dance company. So I was like, oh, she's not going to put together anything that's a slacker production. Absolutely incredible. So now to know that your world connections go beyond your flamenco world into these different cultures of local dance companies and international dance companies to bring them together, I absolutely expect that this is going to be a spectacular presentation on stage. And like you said, a coming together of the community of all ages and all lifestyles to see this stimulating presentation of all different cultural styles.
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for the compliment. We work really hard on a small budget to bring the best possible flamenco artists to Milwaukee to perform and to create something that's really magical for families. I think what I would say about this show is that we are so lucky to have all of these different companies here in Milwaukee. This year, everybody's local. I had no idea that we have this range of incredible cultural dance companies right here in Milwaukee. So it's really thanks to all of the artistic directors of the various companies that I'm able to create this. They're enthusiastic. They want to collaborate. We're doing some group numbers that involve all of the artists.
Ooh.
And so everybody is just excited to create something together. And that's really going to be magical,
And
I think.
keep these traditions alive. Carenza, thank you for creating a showcase of these local dance companies from all of these different worldwide cultures. Carenza DeMars, Artistic Director from Studio K Flamenco and Artistic Director of Where in the World? The name of the dance production that is happening Saturday at South Milwaukee Performing Arts Center. If some of those styles piqued your interest, Carenza is going to go through the different dance companies and what to expect when you see things like Japanese taiko drumming and West African dance and Aztec dance. This is a part of history I need to know more about. Stay with us here on What's on Tap.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
Milwaukee, it's going to be a night that everyone's going to talk about. Thanalysis Live, the live podcast recording, is back March 27th on stage at the Riverside Theater. You can be there, and you just don't know who's going to appear. Thanasis schedules some good people, but other people just pop up. Stephen A. Smith has been on his show. Bobby Portis, beloved Bucks player. The Lopez brothers, who had a very funny back and forth as with their sibling dynamics. And, of course, Thanasis' brother, Giannis, the MVP. All of them have appeared on Thanalysis Live. So here's who's scheduled. Wrestling fans, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. You can woo. There you go. I heard some of you wooing. Woo! That's who's headlining with Thanasis this year. But don't worry. There will be surprise guests, more big names, and those moments where you elbow somebody and go, you just had to be there. Tell your friends who weren't there, but don't let that happen. Get your tickets. TALiveshow.com. Thanalysis Live, March 27th, Riverside Theater, showtime, 7 o'clock. Milwaukee legends, nationwide stars, and the surprise guests on the Thanalysis Live stage. Be there, TALiveshow.com for details.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, cold plunge. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Sale is happening at the Realtors Home and Garden Show inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. For a limited time, you can save thousands with factory direct pricing and special show discounts. Shop floor models, brand new inventory, and exclusive show-only deals you won't find anywhere else. Don't miss the Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Sale, March 20th through the 29th, only at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Come see it, try it, and save big at the show.
The only place to get this.
Bucks have lost now 3 consecutive games, and for the second time this year, are now 11 games under 500.
With some of this.
If I would have told you, hey, they're going to be fully healthy to start the season, and then they're not healthy again until mid-March, it should come as no surprise that they are where they are in the standings. At the same token, injury should not be an excuse.
Get it all on Bucks Talk, your all-encompassing Milwaukee Bucks postgame show. Only heard here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
I've got lovely hula hands performing in front of me. Studio K Flamenco Artistic Director Carenza DeMars joins me in the studio because at the holidays, it's the Flamenco Nutcracker. But now, as we get into spring, again, Carenza is bringing the world together for a global dance concert called Where in the World, Saturday at the South Milwaukee Performing Arts Center. And Carenza, we just heard some hula music. There will be some hula dancing on stage on Saturday.
Yes, music and dance by Nahale Cultural Arts Center. That's directed by Malia Chow. And they are bringing quite a large number of artists, musicians, and dancers. They're doing some Tahitian drumming, and some hula dancing and ancient hula to kick off the show. So it's really very interesting.
And very storytelling. Like, I feel like all of the multicultural dance companies that you have performing on Saturday, they're a feast for the eyes with different costumes and different music. But it's not just, hey, look what I can do, feats of strength and feats of acrobatics and dance moves. Like, all of these dances, I feel like, will tell stories of some sort, whether it's preserving that culture's history or just telling a different type of story.
Absolutely. And the program really lists out a very beautiful description of each of the pieces. And the Polynesian pieces all have very beautiful stories that are connected to nature and talk a lot about the Hawaiian people, their struggles with colonization, things like that. It's very interesting. And so also the Aztec dancing, too. That is a storytelling dance.
Tell me what Aztec dancing, because that jumped out at me. And how do we pronounce Omatochli? Omatochli.
Yeah, it's
Aztec dance.
Well, Aztec dance is an indigenous dance from Mexico. And when people see it, they often think of some Native American traditions because there are large feathered headdresses. And there's drumming. It's kind of a ritual style of performance, but it's really beautiful and very athletic. It's really quite extraordinary.
And I don't know how many times we get the chance to see Aztec dance. So this really is a unique opportunity. I absolutely love it. More Hawaiian dancing. You've got West African dancers.
Yes. Actually, this year we are featuring Prince Adrian and Company doing more of a contemporary piece, but we also have Kothi and Ton Kothi coming this year. So I'm really excited about that.
What's the difference between Kothi and Ton Kothi?
Well, Ton Kothi are the young ones, the kids. Yeah, so they're doing a little special appearance. So yeah, I'm very excited about that too.
And like you said in our earlier segment, that this is a family-friendly production.
Yes.
People of all ages are welcome to come and see and learn and be inspired, because sometimes you don't know that you're excited by a style of dance or a style of music until you hear it or see it performed the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the neat thing about being able to put it all together in one show, so that you can really just get this sort of, it's like a journey, right? It's sort of like a vacation without leaving Milwaukee.
And you mentioned talking about Aztec dance reminding you of Native American dance. Tell me about hoop dancing.
Right. So this is our second year doing the festival. We had a Native American hoop dancer last year, and it was incredible. I think that they start putting together one hoop at a time and they layer them. And I think at the end he had maybe 24 hoops. and creates all of these different shapes that reflect animals in nature. Like one is an eagle and one is, I can't remember all of the shapes, but they were really just beautiful. And so he's moving the whole time and distributing the hoops along his arms and just creating these incredible patterns. I think we still have some photos on the website from last year, but really beautiful.
But you can't capture that motion. I would think that would be absolutely compelling to watch an artist like that. And how do you, because then I grew up a dancer, so I'm like, how do you build that technique and how, and get the balance and all the musculature that it takes to do that and have the vision and how much that has been passed down.
Well, that's
from
the interesting thing.
generations.
Yeah. So the hoop dancer we had last year had started at 3 years old, and his father was a hoop dancer and actually was the musician who played for him while he was dancing. His father was his teacher. So a lot of these traditional art forms are passed down in families, and many of the companies are intergenerational, right? So you might see people like in the taiko group that we had last year, there was a mother and daughter playing taiko together, which was incredible, to see on stage all of these different generations coming together. And that'll be part of the show this year, too.
And sharing that bond. We still have more dance companies to tell you about that will be performing at Where in the World Global Dance Concert Saturday, South Milwaukee Performing Arts Center. What's the best way to find out how to attend?
Well, we have a website, which is really easy. It's wherefest.com.
Wherefest, W-H-E-R-E, fest.com. Cool. Stay with us. She is Carenza DeMars, Artistic Director of Where in the World, and also of Studio K Flamenco, who will also be performing. We'll find out. We'll get a preview of that performance next on What's on Tap.
Can it get any easier? I don't think so. James, you can get an online order done at martyspizza.net in 30 seconds.
And we've made it easy to order all the favorites that a lot of Marty's Pizza lovers gotta have.
Our classic sausage and pepperoni pizza or lasagna and masticholi entrees. They're all delicious. Marty's Pizza in Delafield and martyspizza.net for easy online ordering.
Register online for Red Card Loyalty, and after 15 pizzas, you'll get your next one free!
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember, Marty's Pizza.
Yes, Toradol is considered a strong pain reliever. It's one of the most potent non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs available. And absolutely, hyaluronic acid is used to treat shoulder, hip, elbow, and knee pain. It's a lubricating gel-like substance that reduces stiffness and improves mobility. It acts as a lubricant and shock absorber, reducing friction in the joint. And when we pinpoint the root of your pain, and we combine these powerful 100% FDA-approved pain relief medicines, if thousands of patient confirmations tell us anything, you're going to experience pain relief. And because of this, your quality of life increases, and you'll start living better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. There's much more to life that you've been missing because of your pain. This isn't even about taking a chance. It's about taking your first step to living pain-free. Go to rejuvenex.com to schedule your appointment so we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Call today, and there's a good chance we could be seeing you tomorrow.
I didn't want my kids spending their weekends fixing my gutters or worrying if I was okay. Hi, this is Arvid. At Capri Communities, I have new friends, fun activities, and a safe, maintenance-free home. My children get peace of mind, and I get to enjoy life to the fullest. It's the best gift I could give them and myself.
Give the care that has your parent enjoying life again at Capri Communities. Get started today at capricommunities.com.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
On Saturday, a dance performance called Where in the World unites music and dance traditions from around the world in one spectacular performance. That is from wherefest.com if you are interested in seeing so many different cultures all in one spot in about an hour and 15 minutes. And the creator of this event is Carenza DeMars. And Carenza, you're going to be performing as part of these multicultural amalgamation as well, because you are a flamenco dancer.
That's right. And I'm going to be doing flamenco in the most traditional sense. People often ask, is it a partner dance? But flamenco is actually a solo dance between dancer and musicians. So we think of ourselves as musicians because we do percussive footwork, and a lot of what we do is spontaneous and improvisational with the musicians. So I'm going to be transporting you to not a smoky bar, but a smoky bar in Spain for a real taste of an intimate flamenco performance. So it would be myself and guitarist Evan Christian, and we will just be together in a very typical flamenco kind of portrayal, which will be different from some of the other groups that have 20 people on stage.
But that's great to see that origin, that the real basic flamenco, because if you like that, then you'll probably like every other flamenco that you see,
Exactly.
to be that introduction for some people. We've talked about some of the other styles of dance that are at Where in the World on Saturday. Flamenco, obviously, West African, Native American hoop dancing, some Polynesian dancing. I also see Mexican folk dancing.
That's right, yeah.
Is that the big skirts?
The
that we
big
love?
skirts,
Oh.
absolutely. Yeah, and they do a little bit of footwork too. And, there's definitely some cross-cultural influences between Mexico and Spain. And so to highlight that and to sort of bring that forward, I'll be doing a duet with the director of the Mexican folk dance troupe. So we're showing how we borrowed from one another, Mexico and Spain.
And I love how you're bringing not only the world together with all these different cultures and traditions and beautiful pageantry, but you're also bringing together local creatives. These are all local dance companies keeping these styles of dance and performance alive.
Absolutely. And all of them are working incredibly hard to preserve these traditions and to pass it down through classes and performances. And so it's a really good opportunity for them to reach a broader audience, to get their work out there, and for more people to hear about what they're doing.
And I love that it's a one-stop. So if you go to Where in the World on Saturday and you do get excited about seeing Kothi or Tan Kothi or Aztec dance, all these different styles, you can follow up with that person.
Absolutely.
There's a path forward if you're like, oh, I want to know more about the performances, or I want to learn how to do this myself.
Sure. Each group will have a table in the lobby with representatives to talk about what they're doing. We're having some people with local crafts that are part of those cultures who will be selling things. So it's going to be kind of really interesting and unique event.
Bringing the world together, Carenza DeMars, Artistic Director of Studio K Flamenco and creator of Where in the World, Saturday at the South Milwaukee Performing Arts Center. And the best way to get the info and updates and see that full program?
You can go to wherefest.com.
Congratulations on making this a 2-year tradition, and hopefully it continues.
Thank you so much.
And stay with us for more What's on Tap. Skylight Music Theater's season announcement is next. But first, we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Elizabeth Lintonen.
Thanks, Sandy. A Milwaukee County court reporter faces misconduct charges for overcharging for court transcripts. 63-year-old Linda Dutchrow is charged with 1 felony after investigators say she repeatedly charged more than what the state allows for transcripts. Court documents show that in one case, she charged over $1,000 for an appeal transcript when it should have been closer to $200. She then allegedly falsified state quarterly income reports about what she charged for her services. Ducrow will be arraigned next Wednesday. If convicted, she faces over 3 years in prison. Organizational changes are coming to Milwaukee Public Schools. Chief of Schools Dr. Keely Roberts and Budget Director Nick Sinram will be leaving the district this Friday. Roberts leaves after just 6 months on the job as MPS eliminates the Chief of Schools position. Sinram was just appointed to the lead Office of Strategy, Budget, and Performance for Milwaukee County. The district is eliminating over 260 jobs to address a nearly $50 million budget deficit. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. At the moment, all clear out there. No major incidents, no major delays. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Overnight tonight, a chance of a mix in freezing rain, low of 31. Tomorrow morning, patchy fog, partly cloudy, high of 42. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 47 at the lake, 53 inland. Saturday, partly cloudy, breezy and mild, high of 62. Sunday, a chance of a mix, high of 41 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it's 30. In Madison, it's 33. In Waukesha, it's 32. And in Milwaukee, it is 33 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:31.
Do you have a clear advertising message that assures your potential customers will choose your business over others when they need your goods or services? Will you have time to nurture it so it stays interesting? Can you buy media effectively and cheap enough so that your business stays top of mind? You're a business owner, and we understand how busy you are. And that's why we do these very things to help our clients gain market share and grow their business. Anderson-Smith.com. We help small budget advertisers get better results. Making a big advertising budget work? To us, that's easy. We feel that our ability to make small advertising budgets work in a big way truly demonstrates we really do know what we're doing. And that's why we should talk. We'll take your advertising budget, put it to work, and if history tells us anything, it will be the best investment in your business that you've ever made. Go to Anderson-Smith.com, email me, and I'll call you in short order. Because small or big budget, we help advertisers get better results.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big-name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does. Because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Do you hear that? That means that baseball is almost here. We're counting down to opening day as the Brewers open the season against the White Sox on Thursday, March 26th. This opening day series is sponsored by Matrix Basement Finishing. Mention opening day and save an additional 10%. Visit matrixbasements.com. Catch Brewers baseball on WTMJ all season long. We are the flagship station for Brewers baseball. WTMJ.
Spice up your workday at the original Botanas on 5th Street. Enjoy flavorful and affordable Mexican lunch specials, always made fresh and served fast with a free cup of soup. Authentic taste, local favorite. Mi casa es su casa at Botanas.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. Sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org, the kind of music that gets your attention. Skylight Music Theater had a big event on Monday, the official season reveal for the 2026-27 season. And to share the good news, joining me is Skylight Music Theater Artistic Director Michael Unger. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Sandy, for having us in. Had a great event Monday night. It was so exciting. We thought it was a little touch and go there with the blizzard going on, but so many people showed up. It was great. We had a lot of performers, some of Skylight's favorite people, and we announced the 5 shows for next season.
I'm so glad, because when you plan a party, you want people to come, you want to, everybody to have a great time. And when that weather came through on Sunday, you were really one of the first people I thought of. I was like, oh, they've been planning this and it's been sold out. Because I love that you filled the Cabot Theater and you had an overflow crowd.
We did. It sold out within 4 hours. So we were going to have people in the bar and the salon. We were going to stream the concert to those people in the building. But we did not end up having to do that because, a lot of people didn't show up because of the weather. But we had a good crowd that did show up.
I'm so glad. Yeah. The hardy people what does that mean to you that even the season reveal, people want to come see the news, know what shows are coming, but they also want to see how you present it.
Yeah, but we like to put on a show. That's no secret. But also, it's so heartening to see the loyalty of our audience. You know, there's so many arts organizations in this town. I mean, so many fabulous, incredible places that, you know, you could spend your entertainment time with, and we're just thrilled that our audience has chosen to come to Skylight and be dedicated to us and follow what we do, even whether they know the shows or not. But we had a great time, and that loyalty of that audience means everything to us. That's what we're here for.
Quite a reputation after 67 years, or getting into the 67th
Right, 66
season.
years, going into 67. Yeah.
So what are you kicking off the season with?
We open the season with the great musical Gypsy, which is one of the great classics. It's often said to be one of the greatest musicals ever written. Has a phenomenal score, great story. And that's what we start with. We open on September 25th.
And now I jumped the train a little bit because as we reveal all of these titles for the next couple of segments here, you are the artistic director.
That is true.
You
Guilty
get
as
to
charged.
choose what is on the next season's docket.
Well, I do, with a lot of help. I mean, I do have a list of probably 300 musicals I'd love to do at Skylight, and no matter what show it is, it will be beautiful in the Cabot Theater, you know. Just it's such a stunning place to not only see a show, but also to perform in a show. So I generally try and put together like a suite or a flight of shows that I think will work well together. And sometimes we have a few choices just to compare, mix and match. And then we talk about them as a team, the Skylight Leadership Team. We actually have a repertory advisory committee that we zoom in with actors and teachers and people from the community and all loyal audience members who we present the ideas, and we get a reaction from them about what they think is, you know, strong, or what they feel, you know, maybe they wouldn't be so interested in seeing. And we curate a season of 5 shows.
There's the community in action right there. And
sure.
is there a theme for this season? The 2026-27 season at Skylight.
Our 67th season is our bold season, because each of the leading characters make very bold choices. And I think bold choices are really important to help our world move along in the right direction. Now, one of the shows, the bold choices may not be the best choices. It's called, I'm going to get ahead of myself now. We'll talk about the show a little bit later. Okay.
You can. Go ahead.
Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder was a wonderful Tony-winning comedy. That's our 4th show. We've only revealed 2 so far.
This time, I would say this time next year, March 2027.
Yes,
A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder.
Yeah.
Tell us about. It's a Tony Award-winning show.
Yeah, it's about a gentleman who is, I think, 8 people away from inheriting a great inheritance, and so he has to knock off 8 relatives.
There's the checklist
to get there, and each of the relatives is played by one actor with quick changes galore. It is so funny. I actually saw it on Broadway. It is a brilliant, brilliant show. And I'm bringing a friend of mine in from New York. I worked with in New York in like 25 shows to play that role. And Jimmy Ludwig is his name. And it is such a blast, a great score, and it will look absolutely beautiful in our theater.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gypsy, a bold choice.
Yes, Mama Rose is bold.
I was just going to say that
no
she
bolder
embodies...
stage mother ever written, you know. So can I reveal the second show?
Go for it.
The holiday slot
With pride.
is the musical Big, based on the Tom Hanks movie.
Which I was surprised to see. Are a lot of people surprised that there is a Big, the movie musical?
You know, maybe. I mean, in my world, we all know it because they're written by very famous writers, John Weidman, who worked with Sondheim quite a bit, Richard Maltby and David Shire, who are 2 of musical theater's legendary writing teams that they're still going at it, you know, for many, many decades. Terrific guys. And I worked on this show actually in New York City at the theater I was at before Skylight. And we'll be reworking the script a little bit with these wonderful guys to create a version for Skylight. But obviously that young boy makes a bold choice to become big, and all the hilarity that ensues from that. Zoltar is way involved in that, and the big piano will be involved. But it's also the lessons in the story are so beautiful. And the mother character, which actually Janet played in New York, my wife played it in New York, it has one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in the musical theater canon. It's a great score, great show, great parts. It's called Stop Time. And it's about, watching your child grow up too fast. And it's a mother to her son. It's just a stunning song. But there's also a lot of other great music, really funny comic numbers, big dance numbers. The Toy Story number. There's so much going on in that show, but it's that movie on stage One of the greatest movies ever.
Big the Musical at Skylight Music Theater, November 13th through December 27th at the end of this year. So you've announced Big the Musical, Gypsy, and also A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. When we come back, the rest of your bold choices for the new season at Skylight Music Theater. He is Artistic Director Michael Unger. Stay with us on What's on Tap.
At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today. He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys have been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
More savings for more Club Rewards members. Join today and unlock exclusive deals at your local Tysons. Every month, members save big on customer favorites and seasonal must-haves, plus earn 1% back on every purchase. This month, enjoy special savings on Country Companion dried mealworms, Misco Greenhouse, Antler King Deer Attractant Blocks, H.K. Anderson Pretzels, and more. Not a member yet? Sign up free at Tysons.com and start saving today. Offers end March 31st, in-store only.
We demand a lot of our shoulders and hands, our hips and knees, our backs and feet. They do life's heavy lifting, so we owe them the greatest attention in return. The Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network provides expert orthopedic and spine care to help you move, lift, turn, and reach with the most possible ease. Whether you have a sports-related injury or a nagging condition that just won't go away, excellence should always be an option. So we make our care available in nearby locations and offer same-day ortho and spine appointments when relief can't wait. It's how to recover quicker, prevent small concerns from becoming big ones, and solve complex issues with the expertise you can only get with academic medicine. We're given just one body, so let's tend to it, check in on it. Let's give it the greatest of care. Because when it's tuned up and injury-free, we can always be pushing ahead. To learn more about our nationally recognized orthopedic and spine care, visit froedtert.com/ortho.
True luxury is the absence of worry. It begins the moment you settle into your seat with Delta Vacations and continues as you step onto the polished teak decks of a Holland America ship. Whether you're chasing the northern lights or the Mediterranean sun, Fox World Travel anticipates every detail so you can simply savor the journey. Stop managing the logistics and start making memories. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com to elevate your travel today.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been?
Welcome back to What's on Tap, where we are giving you the news about Skylight Music Theater's 2026-27 season announcement, fresh on Monday. And in the studio with me is Artistic Director Michael Unger. And Michael, you know that song.
I do. It is from our third show of next season, Dear Evan Hansen, another Tony winner and a beautiful show with a great message that really speaks to young people and the struggles that they have, perhaps with loneliness and social media. And it's just a beautiful, stunning show that I think will be, again, gorgeous on our stage. We have a great team working on it, and I look forward to casting lots of young folk in the show and just giving a really nice production of this very important story.
How does Dear Evan Hansen fall in with your theme of bold for this season?
Well, there's a bold choice of the lead character. It's not the greatest choice, again, but when we make choices for good or bad, we have to deal with the consequences of them, and that's sort of what this show is about.
And continuing to make that choice, because you had some off-ramps.
Yes.
You had some off-ramps from that choice and didn't take them.
Exactly. It's a really incredibly structured story that has a beautiful message. But there's some challenging material in it. It's a dramatic piece. There's a lot of humor in it as well. But it's an important piece, I think, very important piece to do.
So Skylight Music Theater's 2026-27 season, Gypsy, Big the Musical, Dear Evan Hansen, and you mentioned A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. And that's
number 4.
And what is the 5th of the bold productions?
We are closing out the season with a big, bold show, Rock of Ages.
There you go.
Hair bands and the Sunset Strip, and it's a really funny story and has music from all the great bands of the era. It's a very, very funny story, very colorful characters, and everything's bold about that show. Everything.
It's big.
The hair is bold. The guitars are bold. The women are bold. So
it sounds like you have a lot of fun putting this together with your team.
Oh, I do. It's one of the greatest honors as an artistic director to be able to craft these shows. I mean, I love all the shows that we do at Skylight, and just the balance of shows that fit together and then figuring out which one goes where is also interesting. But we kind of like to send out folks in the summer with a big comedy. So, Sister Act was that. Rock of Ages will be that. That's been the pattern for the past couple of years. I don't know that it will continue to be, but it seems to work pretty well for us. We've paced things fairly well. This past season, Fiddler opened the season, which is a classic. Gypsy is a classic. So I'm not purposefully only restricting myself to those kinds of choices, but it just sort of naturally fell into a similar cadence, which is okay with me. I think it gives people the variety that they want, and maybe you can rely on a certain kind of show, a certain kind of time of year. But just come see them all. They'll all be good. All
of this is, assume, posted on your website.
Absolutely.
SkylightMusicTheater.org.
Spelled TheATRE, yes, .org.
The theater way to do it. So those are the bold announcements for the next season, but you are not finished with this season. You have a very cool show coming up in just a couple of weeks.
We do. We started rehearsals yesterday on A Rockin' Midsummer Night's Dream.
Aha, mixing up music and Shakespeare and some profound messages. So we'll find out more about what is very special and personal to you about A Rockin' Midsummer Night's Dream at Skylight Music Theater in April. Stay with us here on What's on Tap.
We get it. You're on the go, and life gets in the way. Stay up to date on all things WTMJ with podcasts of every show. Available on WTMJ.com. And don't forget you can stream WTMJ online and watch your favorite WTMJ shows on YouTube. Every show, when you want it, no matter where you are. We are Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620 WTMJ.
Business owners
and right-hand men and women.
When you make the catering call for your office gathering,
make it Marty's Pizza.
For pizza, pasta, subs, wings, appetizers, and more.
Delivered in our heated oven delivery trucks.
Our catering delivery range has expanded.
All the way east into Brookfield.
Just log on to martyspizza.net for easy online ordering.
Or give us a call at 262-646-3327. 262-646-3327.
Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
So if you're looking to install a new glass shower door, you're going to want to see selection. The more you see, the better choice you can make. And that's why our store is loaded with 20 different glass shower door options. And what sets Less's Glass apart is that you're going to have somebody close by for help who's been here for years and years to ask them questions and get reliable answers. Now, no one's going to be hounding you, but when you need an answer, you're not going to have to search around. One thing you can count on at Less's Glass is that there will always be a member of our staff here with decades of experience. And that matters, because how many times have you been at the big box home improvement store, walking around trying to find someone who can actually answer your questions? This is Stacy Sinks. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Les' Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Is it time to replace your roof? Are you looking for a temporary fix like asphalt or a lifetime one-and-done experience with stone-coated metal roofing? This is not a throwaway product. It's an investment that can save you from an insurance claim. To learn more, call Abbey Home today. And if someone asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl. Right now, get 50% off installation on a new metal roof. That's right, 50% off installation on a new metal roof. Go to abbyhome.com or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY, 414-436-2229.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, where you are hearing a sample of music from A Rockin' Midsummer Night's Dream, which you can see on stage at Skylight Music Theater starting April 10th. In the studio with me is artistic director Michael Unger. And not only are you the artistic director of Skylight Music Theater, but tell everyone your very special connection to A Rockin' Midsummer Night's Dream after you tell everybody what the show is in one sentence. Because I think people are like, wait a minute, it's Shakespeare.
Sure. The show is A Midsummer Night's Dream set to an original rock score. So 85% of the text is Shakespeare's directly. The other 15% is very close. It just changed for comic effect. But it is Shakespeare's perhaps funniest play set to a lovely score that is super funny. So if you love Shakespeare, you will love this musical. If you fear Shakespeare, this musical will change your mind.
And why are you bringing it to Skylight Music Theater? Because you have created this Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes, I commissioned, adapted, and brought the people together to create the show 12 years ago. So shortly after the Sandy Hook elementary school tragedy, I started a theater company with a local father there named Dr. Michael Baruti. And 8 months after the tragedy, we started a theater company because Michael felt that bringing the arts to the community could help heal through using the arts to give them a place to trust again and to just come together to be creative and sort of heal as best we could from that, as best they could, from that horrible event.
And bringing people together to be able to have emotions in a communal space.
Yes, it was, and the talent in that town is remarkable. And we met so many wonderful families, young children and their parents and siblings, and some of the teachers from Sandy Hook who worked on our shows. We weren't part of the school system; we were a sort of a summer camp, summer arts camp. But we did shows at a very high level. We brought in lots of Broadway professionals, Broadway stars like John Tartaglia, and we had lots of pretty major folks, but most importantly, they were interacting with the local talent. That was the most important part of it. And the second year, the first year we did a musical Seussical by Ahrens and Flaherty, which was quite delightful with John Tartaglia playing the Cat in the Hat, and he was amazing and so sweet with those kids. Second year, we wanted to try something a bit different, and we wanted to create a musical written for the kids in Newtown. So I commissioned my friend Eric Svekar, who's a brilliant composer and pianist, to adapt with me and compose a rock score to A Midsummer Night's Dream. And we built the show on those kids in Newtown, and we performed it there. It was a huge success, a gorgeous production. We had 3 Broadway actors on stage with, I think, 85 Newtown kids. We double cast it, so there was a double CD that came out with 1 CD for each cast. And it was just a beautiful experience. About the way we framed it was we started out set in Athens in a world of disarray, and the columns were broken, and everything was sort of discombobulated, and through love the world got put back together. So we used love to heal that community. We used love to heal the broken town of Athens. So it's all a metaphor for what was going on in Newtown. And the show was actually then done in Parkland, Florida, after the Parkland tragedy at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Some friends of mine that produced shows and concerts. We did a concert for Sandy Hook first, and then a concert for Parkland. And
were you asked to do that because this piece?
No, actually, the concerts came first.
Okay.
The concert for Sandy Hook came first. That's how Dr. Baruti found out about me and asked me if I'd be willing to come in and try a theater summer camp. And within 11 weeks, we opened Seussical. It was so fast and so beautiful. And I brought in a lot of these artists who are here with me in Milwaukee now, working on Midsummer here, who helped me create it there. Anyway, but after the Parkland shooting, we did a concert there as well. And I met the drama teacher from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, where that shooting was, Melody Hirschfeld, and she was a ball of fire, fantastic. And I told her about this musical version of Midsummer that had only been done in Newtown. She said, we'll do it for our spring musical the following year. So opening night in Parkland, a bunch of the Newtown kids who had been in the show in Newtown came down to Parkland to see the opening and to mix with those kids. And it was that convergence of communities that had this horrible common experience, but watching these kids using art to heal and celebrate love and coming back together was one of the most profound moments of my career for sure. Anyway, so this is...
And now you're bringing it here to Milwaukee.
Yes, it is the professional world premiere of the show as part of World Premiere Wisconsin. And I have my dear friend Eric, who composed it here. He'll be playing the show. He's the monstrous piano player. He's so good. Music director Jeff Saver is here as well. My choreographer friend Jennifer Paulson-Lee is here. And the guy that played Bottom in the original production, Sam Syed, is here as well. So I have that team from 12 years ago coming back to reprise their roles and working with a fabulous new cast and crew and set of technicians here at Skylight.
This is going to be a fun production with such a meaningful backstory. A rockin' Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes, and they made a documentary about our work in Newtown, and the documentary also told the story of a family who lost their daughter, and he used his next jazz album to help process his grief. We're showing that documentary for free on March 30th in the Cabot. Please go to the website, sign up. It's a beautiful film. We'll have a talk back with some of the creative team, and one of the families that is featured in the film is coming to be part of the documentary and the talk back, and will come also to see the show.
There's a lot more to discuss about this. It's going to just be a fun show to see, but to have all this rich backstory about how a rockin' Midsummer Night's Dream came together. Thank you for all you're doing and have done to bring communities together through the power of art and live performance.
Well, thank you for helping us spread the word.
Michael Unger, Artistic Director of Skylight Music Theater. Get all the info on the rest of this season and the bold new season at skylightmusictheater.org. And stay with us. Artist Samar Ghani joins me next on What's on Tap.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail, whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul. You're gonna love it all when you shop at St. Vincent de Paul. Old things, new things here for you. We're always changing, we're always new. So many friendly people, smiles from wall to wall. You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul. You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Personal injury lawyers seem like they're a dime a dozen, but Frank Pasternak and I are not about t-shirts or cartoons. At Pasternak and Zergabel, we focus on serious cases and real results for injured Wisconsinites. We are two of Wisconsin's best injury lawyers. I'm Jeff Zergabel of Pasternak and Zergabel. Our clients trust Pasternak and Zergabel because we show up, we listen, and we fight for you. If you need help, go to Pasternak and Zergabel at injurywisconsin.com. That's injurywisconsin.com.
Liven up your yard with help from Menards. Achieve a beautiful, lush green lawn with American Seed. Choose from sun and shade, hardy, high traffic, and shady lawn mixes. The grass seed features an enhanced technology that retains moisture and helps germination. Save big on American Seed coated grass seed. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it's 33 degrees here in Milwaukee. Overnight tonight, chance of a mix, low of 31. Tomorrow morning, patchy fog, partly cloudy, high of 42. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. The search is on for a missing college student in Spain. News Nation's Marnie Hughes.
James Jimmy Gracie is missing. He is a junior at the University of Alabama. Jimmy was visiting friends in Barcelona, Spain when he vanished on Tuesday, March 17th. So this just happened. He was last seen outside of Xoco. It's a club in the Villa Olímpica area of the Barceloneta beach.
Gracie is from suburban Chicago. A group of states have announced a new lawsuit against the Trump administration. It comes after HUD threatened to cut off funding to any state that didn't update its fair housing assistance programs to end discrimination protections that involve sexual orientation, gender identity, language, and several other categories. Illinois Attorney Kwame Raoul.
In Illinois and many other states, these fair housing protections are enshrined in state law. HUD is attempting to impose vague, ideologically motivated, and unlawful conditions on program funding.
Raoul says states could lose millions in funding if the agency follows through on its plan. After passing through the Wisconsin Senate, Governor Tony Evers must now decide if taxpayer funding for University of Wisconsin athletic facilities to facilitate name, image, and likeness payments is written into law.
The legislation earmarks $14.6 million annually for UW-Madison and $200,000 each for UW-Green Bay and Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
If it comes to me and my program, we'll be good stewards of the money.
Milwaukee men's basketball coach Bart Lundy believes the legislation could be helpful, but it further underscores the divide between major power conference institutions and smaller Division I programs.
We don't love that that's where the numbers lay, but grateful, obviously, to have any help that we can get.
Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
Lundy tells Wisconsin's Midday News the money will not change the university's business model. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:04.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does. Because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Wisconsin, this is your season. The Open Season Sportsman's Expo, presented by Progressive and Can-Am, returns to Wisconsin Dells March 27th through 29th. Explore a sold-out show floor with over 300 exhibitors and show-only deals and hands-on gear for hunting, archery, optics, and land management. Bring your buck for the Busch Light Trophy Deer Contest. Plus, learn from expert speakers. Get discounted tickets now at OpenSeasonSportsman'sExpo.com. Fueled by Tacticam, official cell camera, Jay's Power Center, official power sports dealer, Menzel's official blind of the Open Season Sportsman's Expo.
The Brew Crew are back on March 26th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there's
she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they open up the season against the Chicago White Sox.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
Brewers opening day is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in March 26th at 1:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers lost to the Angels 4-3 today in Cactus League play. The Wisconsin Badgers begin the NCAA tournament play Thursday afternoon against number 12 seed High Point. Badgers head coach Greg Gard says facing the team that won 30 games during the regular season will be tough. Thursday's game tips off at 12:50 Central Time. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited. We are taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. At the moment, it's all clear out there. No major incidents, no major delays. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Overnight tonight, a chance of a mix/freezing rain, low of 31. Tomorrow morning, fog, partly cloudy, high of 42. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 47 at the lake, 53 inland. Saturday, partly cloudy, breezy, and mild, high of 62. Sunday, a chance of a mix, high of 41 degrees. Right now, in Green Bay, it's 29. In Madison, it's 32. In Waukesha, it's 31. And in Milwaukee, it is 33 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
We're going to talk about the local music scene and art and creativity in general with award-winning artist Samer Ghani in the studio with me. Hello, Samer. How are you?
Wow, what an intro. Thanks for having me.
I will be honest. It is from my research and maybe even from an article about you or your website. Tell me what awards you are proud of.
I won something called the Dear MKE Award in 2021. Some of my footage was used by the Biden administration for the inauguration. So I was working with Milwaukee Downtown, Visit Milwaukee, a gentleman named Gabe who's moved on to work for the
Gabriel Yeager.
Yeah.
Space maker, moved out to LA. Really bright young
Big
man.
moves, yeah. It was, I played a really small part in that, but Visit in Milwaukee Downtown were so proud of that work that they gave me an award for it.
And what kind of artistic work did you do?
Oh, that's thank you.
Well, because you're the multi-hyphenate. You do many, many things.
It's primarily photography and videography, but as I get older, I think I'm just a storyteller now.
Creators create.
Yeah.
And you find a way to tell the story that you want to tell. So the latest story that you are telling, which is why you are here, and we'll still get to know some of the rest of your creative journey, is your brand new book, Memories of a Street Cat.
Yes, yeah. I'm a cat dad, which is where the name derives from. But it's an ode to the last 10 years of me documenting Milwaukee music and beyond. And as I get older and as my priorities are shifting as an artist and I'm interested in doing other things in the city, I don't get to spend my nights at the club every night shooting like the latest band, like I used to. And this is me kind of closing out that part of my journey.
So if you've been doing concert photography for 10 years.
Yeah, it feels surreal for me to say that.
Even say it out loud, yeah. But I feel like a lot of people's lives evolve from that. Like those 10 years are either your teens and 20s, and then you get into your late 20s and 30s. You aren't necessarily going out to the indie clubs as much because of lifestyle changes. Has that affected your concert photography, or is it just you're ready to shift into something else?
Yeah, I think I'll always shoot music, but I think I'm like what the kids would call unk now. I'm a little bit older now, and there's so many new artists. Every summer there's a whole batch of new Milwaukee creatives that hit the scene. It's more inclusive than it's ever been. It's more open and welcoming. It's a lot easier to do this stuff than it's ever been. So I'm learning about new bands every year, right? And I feel like I need to start keeping up and looking out for who's on the rise. And these young cats can teach people like me a lot. You know?
And that's a wonderful approach.
Yeah, I think
because
so.
everybody's creative process is different. Everybody's creative expression is different. You can find genres, certainly in music, but for you to be that stimulated by local art and local artists is great. Now, when I say you're releasing a book, Memories of a Street Cat, I'll ask about the title in a second, but this is not a pamphlet. This isn't just like, hey, my top 5 favorite band shots. 271 pages?
Yeah. Yeah. All color except for the black and white photos. Thank you.
How heavy is that?
It's pretty heavy. It's a big book, hardcover. It, because of that, there's a limited quantity because I funded the whole thing out of pocket. I had an amazing creative who's now, I believe he's based out of Montana, but was working in Milwaukee for some time. His name's Tommy Moore. He owns a studio called Studio Daybreak and a publishing company called Daybreak Magazine. And when I first discovered this incredible magazine that he produces, I was like, this guy's got to make my book. That was like the initial moment of inspiration. So I reached out to Tommy and I gave him everything. Thousands of photos. I gave him everything, and he made sense of it for me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was too big of an undertaking for me to do alone, I think, because I have biases like we all do. And, I've developed friendships and relationships with some of the artists that I've worked with really intimately over the years, and I didn't want that to get in the way of this book.
Sure.
So I thought it was better that an expert does it for me. Not for me, but like with me,
yeah,
right? Like
more collaboration.
Yeah.
So nearly 300 pages. How many different artists and performers are featured in Memories of a Street Cat?
Oh, no, I don't know offhand.
But many. But
Yeah.
like
Over
one
a
or two
dozen
per
at
page.
least, yeah.
Over a dozen? Is that what you said? I
At
would
least,
think so.
Yeah. Yeah. There's quite a few of them in there, and there's a handful of featured artists that I chose specifically that were interviewed by Matt Wild of Milwaukee Record. He was one of the first journalists in Milwaukee to use some of my photos early on in my journey in his publications, and I thought it would be a cool full circle moment to have him interview some of the artists to get a little bit of their experience of what it was like working with me over the years.
That's a great collaboration. Yeah, Matt Wild, definitely a local music fan, and he writes very enjoyable
Yeah, he does.
articles on Milwaukee Records. So a couple of the artists that might be recognizable, Sista Strings.
Oh, yeah, dear friends of mine. Hey, Shanti and Monique.
Wonderful to see their progress. I work at Milwaukee PBS, and I've hosted a show there called The Arts Page. And
wow.
I remember Sista Strings getting featured on Black Nouveau, and then we aired that feature and performance on The Arts Page. And so kind of having my eye on them, and to see them continue to progress so naturally, just their talent speaks for themselves. And now touring with Brandi Carlile, and every now and then you see them like, oh, there they are at the Super Bowl behind Brandi Carlile singing.
Right.
So it's really exciting to see these very authentic artists and true sisters in music and in life succeed and be able to make a living creatively.
It's surreal, right? And watching a lot of their journey, like I feel like we came up together, like we went through like the college of being a street musician or being a street artist in Milwaukee together, and watching them really just blow up. That's the thing about Milwaukee artists is there's so many. They were just so talented. They just needed to be in the right place at the right time, and they were. But for someone with that amount of talent, it was only a matter of time for them, right? It was inevitable that they were going to be in the right place at the right time, because it would have just kept, I think, appearing for them.
I like that belief in them too.
I believe that about so many Milwaukee artists, and Milwaukee arts and culture is in a really interesting place right now. I think I was saying it earlier today, that a lot of cities are defined by things that they've done, but Milwaukee is in a really unique position where it can still be defined by something that we will do. And cities like Chicago, New York, LA, Austin, they're defined. Milwaukee still has a chance to brand itself, and we should capitalize on that. That's kind of where my heart is with Milwaukee right now. Like, we have a really cool opportunity to capitalize and brand ourselves in a unique way. What city can rebrand themselves in 2026? Like, that's such a rare opportunity for an American city, I think.
And an energizing one for our creative community. He is artist Samer Ghani. We're talking about his brand new Memories of a Street Cat book that is documenting so many of our musical artists during their live performances here. We'll talk more about the artists who are featured, your perspective on our creative community, and where the title comes from, Memories of a Street Cat, and more on What's on Tap.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
It's springtime, and instead of getting outside and having fun, you have to paint the deck, repair the boards, and discover more rotten wood on your deck. Call Outdoor Living Unlimited to replace the old beaten-down wood deck with a beautiful new composite deck with new railing. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's top TimberTech decking installer and can deliver a design and build your next maintenance-free deck. Stop by our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Get inside the mind of Mark Tauscher.
If you're the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, you should be happy when other people want your coaches.
See the world from his perspective.
And the flip side of it is nobody wants any of your guys. The same thing with players going to free agency.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, every day at 7:50.
If half your guys don't get picked up, you're probably like, well, this guy probably shouldn't have been in the league last year. We should want Jimmy Leonard to go be a head football coach.
Mark Tauscher, presented by Hello Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
I'm in the studio with local artist Sam Ergani. And I'm just saying artist because you're one of those artists who has different mediums. But would you say you're primarily a photographer?
I would, but it's an actual dream come true to have you just refer to me as an artist, because that's, so thank you so much. What an honor.
Well, you walk the walk. You are a creative, and you are such a big part of our creative community. I want to talk about your work with Cactus Club and how Cactus Club has evolved in Bayview as an art center. But what I want to tell people about now is your new book, a 271-page photo book called Memories of a Street Cat. And who are the subjects of your book?
Yeah, Sister Strings, an amazing artist named Buffalo Nichols, who's from Milwaukee, a dear friend of mine. He makes some of the most hauntingly beautiful music I've ever heard. It's like blues meets hardcore. It's very strange, very beautiful, ethereal, just
and
amazing.
It speaks to you.
Yes, absolutely. Sister Strings, Buffalo Nichols, and Classic, we all kind of came up together. So we're all in this little thing called Magic Family. That's us and a few other artists. So it feels surreal to have Sister Strings, Buffalo Nichols, and Classic featured in this book because I owe so much of my journey to them. So it feels really cool to honor them in this way.
Well, and I think Classic is a creative force in himself, and now branching out into sound design for theaters, and
absolutely.
So you're in very good company with your Magic Family.
I got very lucky.
I feel like you are going to have even more fans and people turned on to you because you're having a book release party.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about that event next week.
It's at Cactus Club. It's free to attend, and it features performances by Living Room, Classic, Garden Home, Known Moons, and El Sebas. And it's free to attend because when I started documenting music, I shot artists for free. I was working part-time at the mall, at Mayfair Mall, and I thought it didn't feel right while I was still learning to use my camera and kind of understand this journey of photography to ask people for money. I thought
to actually hire you.
Yeah.
Because I can't guarantee you what you're going to get. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, precisely.
Because then you're going to be disappointed when I hand over something that I think is very artistic and great, and you don't.
You don't, yeah. And it doesn't you want something that represents you as an artist, right? So I shot for years for free, and a lot of times I still do when it comes to artists, but I thought the journey should end the same way that it started. So I wanted the show to be for free. But this time, I get to pay the artists and not ask the artist to pay me. And I thought that that was really important to me for the show. So the show's free to attend. Please come and check these guys out, because I think all of them uniquely are a part of the future of the next step of Milwaukee music. Absolutely. I think they're all going to play a role in that next wave.
And that's Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Excuse me, the 25th.
Yes.
25th, the day before opening day. We have Brewers opening day all plastered all over WTMJ, as you can imagine. So this is opening day eve at the Cactus Club in Bayview.
Yeah, come celebrate.
Come see a free show with a stacked lineup of different musical artists.
Yeah.
That's a smorgasbord.
It intentionally a smorgasbord. I wanted it to represent. I didn't get the opportunity to represent all aspects of Milwaukee music, but I did my best to get like the widest reach, which I think is important. I think it's important to remind people that there's a lot happening here, and it's usually just outside of your comfort zone. You know, that new artist that has an earworm song for you.
That's a good point. Just outside your comfort, where it's like you kind of stand back and go, I'm not sure if I like this yet or not. And then by the end, okay.
Yeah.
I understand more what you're doing, and I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah.
So the title of your photography book is Memories of a Street Cat.
Yeah.
And the cover photo is you in a pink T-shirt holding a black and white cat.
Yeah, that cat's name is Ren. The love of my life. She's no longer with us, unfortunately, but
my condolences.
The book is dedicated to her, and so much of my journey as a working artist, as a contractor in tax terms, I suppose, but is me going to places and someone explaining their dream, their vision, what they need documented, their event. And I felt like over the last 10 years, as I was thinking about the work that I was doing, I kind of just went all around the city to different porches that people left food out for me. And then, you know, they would pet the little kitty. I would be there for a little bit, and then I would disappear into the darkness and onto the next porch, onto the next show, the next family photo, the next wedding, the next corporate event. And I never really belonged anywhere, but I was that cat that would kind of come around, and everyone was like, oh, the cat's here.
It was welcomed.
Yeah. So.
And sustained.
Sustained, absolutely. Everyone fed me, so thank you guys. But I felt like so much of my journey paralleled that of a street cat. I used low light to my advantage throughout my hunt. I can't use flash during weddings, so I use low light to my advantage. I don't use flash during shows. It's important to me as a documentator to not interrupt the experience of the viewer. Not that you shouldn't use flash during shows, I just choose not to. And yeah, I felt so much like a cat. So much like a cat. Now that I'm a little bit older, a little bit more grizzled, I feel like a bounty hunter now. I'm like, post the bounty, I'll go get it. Whatever it is. Senior photo, wedding, show, headshots. Just post it. I'll go get it. I'll collect. But now...
But that's making a living as a photographer, so I'm glad that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
And that you felt slinky in your concert photography world.
Yeah. I just try to add a little bit of color to it all. The way it looks for me. It sounds a lot more fun if I'm a cat.
We'll talk more about your style of photographer. He is Samer Ghani, and we are talking about Memories of a Street Cat, his new 271-page photo book documenting so many of our local artists and musicians here. So you're invited to the party next Wednesday at Cactus Club for the book release and 5 artists on stage to enjoy. But we'll find out more about Samer Ghani and his art next on What's on Tap.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. Admit it, sometimes when you're out and about, you see people you know are older than you, but they seem to be acting younger. They're out there exercising, swimming, playing tennis, enjoying life, and you wonder to yourself, why do I feel older than I really am? Well, it's that joint pain, right? That pain that makes you feel older. You're not that old. It's time to call QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics patients right here in Milwaukee are getting relief. They're feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen on an operating table. The sooner you start treatment at QC Kinetics, the sooner inflammation eases and the sooner joint damage slows down. And that's when you start to feel your age again. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. Call 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Set yourself up with a free consultation and start living your life again. 414-667-5559. Call QC Kinetics today.
The biggest day in baseball is back. Opening day returns to American Family Field on Thursday, March 26th at 1:10 p.m. when the Brewers take on the White Sox. Celebrate the return of ballpark dogs, famous racing sausages, tailgate days, and your favorite Milwaukee Brewers in action once again. This isn't just any game, it's opening day. Enjoy live music, a Brewers drum line, and more special events throughout the day. Get your tickets for opening day at American Family Field now at brewers.com/opening day.
When snowstorms hit and the roads turn slick.
These slick roads are pretty brutal.
When school closings start rolling in and traffic slows to a crawl.
The snowfall closing schools in Kenosha.
We've got the latest updates on forecasts and everything else you need to know during severe winter weather. Find Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts on air and online at WTMJ.com or on the WTMJ mobile app. Stay safe. Stay informed with WTMJ. Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I'm Sandy Maxx, joined by artist Samer Ghani. And Samer, who are we hearing right now?
This is a band called Garden Home. They're actually in the photo bar.
In your book. And what's the title of your new book?
The book is called Memories of a Street Cat, highlighting Milwaukee artists over the last 10 years of my journey documenting live music.
And Garden Home Classic. Who else is going to be on stage at your book release party on Wednesday at the Cactus Club?
Garden Home, Classic, Known Moons, El Sebas, and Living Room.
So Classic, I would say, is usually kind of an R&B type presentation.
Yeah.
Very charismatic.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a force. You've just heard Garden Home, which is kind of industrial metal.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
Yeah.
How would you give a sample of each of the other performers so that way people, when they go, oh, cool, I'm going to hear all these different types of music?
Yeah, I think Living Room, they're more of a sultry, acoustic, maybe a little country, bluesy. That's kind of where they fall. And maybe even close to Buffalo Nichols in that way. And Known Moons is, I would say, like an alt-rock band, like indie rock band. Probably pretty close to like your Death Cab for Cutie. And El Sebas is like hip-hop, R&B, Latino music. So like it's very diverse in its breadth of genre.
Yeah.
Which is exciting for me because I like all of these genres. You know, it's almost like a treat to me.
Yeah. This is a nice sampler platter for anybody who is either saying, I feel out of touch and I'd like to know what some of the live music is and what some of the worthwhile, not too challenging, you know, like these are the proven local artists. Like, let me go get a sample of that, because I think there are a lot of people who want to discover new bands and hear a whole bunch in one evening. And there are other people who have been in that scene, might have drifted out of it because of work or life or whatever. And it's like, oh, but I want to get back in touch. So I feel like this is a good way to do that. And you have a role, though, at Cactus Club.
Yeah.
Tell us about what it means to be the vice president at Cactus Club.
Yeah, I'm the vice president of Cactus Plus, which is the sister organization to Cactus Club. We are an arts nonprofit, and we host all ages programming. If it's not free, it's sliding scale. Pay what you can, from things like book club, film screening, teaching people how to DJ classes. We have an artist residency. We have a maker's workshop, it's called Recess now, where artists can vend. They can be vendors and sell their goods and their wares. So, and that's just the scratching the surface of the amount of programming that we offer. It was derived from, the nonprofit was derived from COVID times, where Kelsey had just purchased Cactus Club, and a lot of the programming was a way to continue to bring people in during those trying times. We realized that while it was helping Band-Aid a little bit of that COVID era problems, we realized it was nourishing something that we didn't expect, which was community engagement. We didn't realize that part of the Bayview community and beyond now, the Milwaukee arts and culture community really had a want and need for some of these things. So we figured the best way to fund something like this would be to create an arts nonprofit, partner with people, write really robust grants, and start funding these programs that people have expressed dire interest. And we're proud to say that every year we serve thousands of people, whether it's our programs or our street party at the end of every year called Beach Street. It happens on the first Saturday of October, where we bring touring and international artists to perform. We just get a lot done.
That's great, because Cactus Club, I used to live in Bayview, and Cactus Club was one of my favorite places to go see, a Brett Newski shipping news back in the day when they were touring. Like, there are a lot of bands that I have fond memories seeing in that back room with the geometric black and white wall patterns.
Absolutely.
So I have fond memories there, but it was always to see music. And so when 2020 happened, and to see that the nimble minds thought, we don't have to go away if we adjust, if we evolve into an arts hub, an arts center, instead of just a live music venue and a bar.
Yeah.
So kudos to you and to Kelsey for evolving Cactus Club into still a great performance venue, but an even more inclusive, robust space to be creative.
Thank you. And when I say I'm pivoting as an artist, that's a lot of what I'm pivoting into is art advocacy and helping continue to sustain this nonprofit and see where this goes. And there will be a day, whether it's in the near future or far from now, that I relinquish my seat as vice president and someone takes my place. Not only because they're going to be more equipped for the job, but it's an opportunity to do work like that, and that opportunity should be shared, right?
Well, hopefully you can inspire others.
I hope so.
Have people see that it's possible.
I hope so, too. I hope someone with better ideas than me takes my place,
Samer Ghani, the humble Samer Ghani, artist and new, could we call you an author?
Oh, wow. Let's go for it.
A photography book that he is releasing now called Memories of a Street Cat, that captures photos of lots of live performances from local artists. And we're going to continue the conversation with Samer and his creative journey next on What's on Tap.
Do you know the definition of insanity? Why keep putting asphalt shingles on to go through the pain of hail damage, insurance claims, and storm chasers? Let's do it once and do it right with metal roofing from Abbey Home. We've all made bad decisions, but as long as we learn from it, it won't cost us twice. Choose a stone-coated metal roof this time. Right now, get 50% off installation. That's 50% off installation. And if somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl. Go to abbeyhome.com today. Or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY. That's 414-436-2229.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big-name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does. Because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty, for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
So if you're looking to install a new glass shower door, you're going to want to see selection. The more you see, the better choice you can make. And that's why our store is loaded with 20 different glass shower door options. And what sets Les's Glass apart is that you're going to have somebody close by for help who's been here for years and years, to ask them questions and get reliable answers. Now, no one's going to be hounding you, but when you need an answer, you're not going to have to search around. One thing you can count on at Les's Glass is that there will always be a member of our staff here with decades of experience. And that matters, because how many times have you been at the big box home improvement store, walking around trying to find someone who can actually answer your questions? This is Stacy Sinks. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guests, Redo Cabinets and Outdoor Living Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. At 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
That's a local band, Known Moons. Oh, yeah. Artie Samaragani is in the studio with me. You've taken photos of Known Moons as part of your concert photography?
Yeah, I'm really glad we're talking about these guys. Known Moons is a newer band, I would say as of like 2021, 2022, but their frontman, Andy Kosenki, dear friend of mine, probably one of the very first artists I ever started documenting, and he was in a band called Paper Holland for many years. Then he played guitar in a band called Queen Hilma. He went on tour with them, another amazing group of artists, and then he was also touring with a band called Maxx, an artist named Elliot Maggs from LA. I believe he's from Buffalo, but he was in LA at the time. And then when Andy came home from his worldly travels of playing music all across the nation, he started Known Moons, and Known Moons is a great accumulation of Andy's experience as an artist. So while I didn't get the opportunity to document Known Moons enough for Known Moons to make it into the book, there's a chapter dedicated to Andy Kosenki.
Aw, and you can see Known Moons play at your book release party on Wednesday at Cactus Club, your book, Memories of a Street Cat, where I think you can build some muscle while getting to know some of the local bands. 271-page photo book of high quality.
Yeah.
Published by Daybreak.
Yeah.
Because you wanted that quality to preserve these photos that you've taken over the decade of crawling around the local music scene.
Absolutely. I'm a small guy too, so shooting shows as a shorty, it's a work to my advantage. You know, you would think being at a show like you want to be as tall as possible, but I can sneak through people at those packed shows a lot better than a tall guy could, you know.
And you weave your way in, and by the time somebody realizes you were there, like, hey, where'd he go?
Exactly.
What are some other advantages that you feel you bring to concert photography?
You know, I think much like working out or learning a new language, you just build on those little skills and tools that you pick up doing something every day, right? Like I just understand light and framing through my camera these days in a way that I used to dream that I would do. I used to walk into some wedding venues and as a second shooter and just get frantic. I'm like, what settings am I supposed to do in this place? Like everything's orange, you know, like that's not how this is supposed to look. And now these days I'm like, oh, that's like a 200 ISO with a shutter speed at six. It's just like I can call it as I see it. It's like those musicians who just write music. They can just write it on paper without playing some, like how? But I've reached that echelon of photography, and I think I've just changed just doing it so much. You just know I know the language of light now.
And for all the photography fans out there, what's your camera of choice these days?
A Canon. Only because I was taught on Canon brand cameras. So I use a Canon R5C for photo, Canon C300 Mark III for video, if that means anything to any listeners.
It probably does. It's scratching somebody's itch out there, trust me. You can meet Sam Ergani at his book release party Wednesday at the Cactus Club and get to know him a little bit better in our next segment on What's on Tap.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
So many emails coming in, this trip will sell out. Vince Vitrano here, Vinny's European Vacation. Would love to have you join us in October, traveling to southern Italy and Sicily with WTMJ and Colette Vacations. Our tour begins in Palermo, Sicily, happens to be where my dad's family is from. He's coming on the trip as well. Agrigento, Sorrento, Amalfi Coast, Positano, Pompeii, and we end in Rome. Nothing you need to do except sign up and show up, as my team at Colette has thought of and taken care of everything. I'll send you a brochure with a breakdown of each day on the trip, all the sites, sign-up information, and even your all-in cost and options. Email me, vince@WTMJ.com. That's vince@WTMJ.com. We've got a special get-together here at the station coming up as well. You can meet me, talk with all the folks at Colette. That's coming up on March 24th.
Let me show you the world. Come away with me.
Vince@WTMJ.com, Southern Italy and Sicily this fall.
Struggling to provide for your family is a real thing, like having to choose between feeding them a warm meal or paying the utility bill. These are the choices many Milwaukee residents are faced with, which is why they turn to St. Vincent de Paul Society's meal program for help. Our meal program has been a consistent resource for those in need for over 42 years. Nutritious meals, warm showers, and clean clothes, all in a safe, family-friendly environment. Our mission is clear, and that's to help you break the cycle of poverty by connecting you with life-changing community and educational resources. Last year, we provided $2.2 million in goods and services, plus 57,000 warm meals. If you or anyone you know needs a warm evening meal, you can find us at Harambe Kitchen 5 nights a week on the northeast side of Milwaukee in the basement of All People's Church. And at Crossroads Kitchen on the south side of Milwaukee 6 nights a week on 9th and Madison. As always, we're grateful for community members and volunteers who help us help you. To learn more, visit svdpmilw.org.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. Artist Sam Ergani is my guest, and he is the creator of a new book that captures photos of local musicians with a catchy title, Memories of a Street Cat. And Sammer just lit up. He's very excited about the song that we just played.
That was a little slice of the vocalist living room. Now, I don't believe that was their song, but they may play that song on March 25th, next Wednesday at Cactus Club for the book release party.
Because you were smart. You booked bands that you like, that you want to support as part of your instead of having one house band, you have, 5?
Yeah, absolutely. I think living room in particular, when I say all these guys are part of the future of Milwaukee music, I think Live is the actual part of the future of Milwaukee music. They're just young enough. They're just bright enough. They're more talented than I think that they probably know. And oh boy, when they tap into that potential, it is going to be a wild ride for them.
Not only will Living Room be performing Wednesday at your book release party, classic No Moons, Garden Home, and El Sebas.
Yep.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing squarer than the WTMJ gal mispronouncing a band name that becomes a joke for the rest of the. I used to know somebody who was like, "Yeah, my mom says that she listens to the Sticks." It's like, "Oh no, it's just Sticks."
It's
like
just
you don't want to
Sticks,
put the
honey.
in front of it. So El Sabas. But I love that you've brought the creative community together to celebrate your book release, and you're bringing them together for a free party at Cactus Club next Wednesday. And this has been something that's come up a couple times in our conversation, where you're talking about Living Room being the future of Milwaukee creativity. You seem to think that Milwaukee is being molded right now. We don't necessarily have a firm arts identity, and that it is an identity to come.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. It's a really exciting moment. And I think there are a lot of, I hate using the word old, maybe because I'm getting older, but there's a lot of bands, new and old, that are or new and sustained, rather, that are doing exciting things. And there's a dialogue happening, I think, with the younger artists that hasn't been talked about in the past at that age bracket of artistry, if you will, at least not when I was coming up in the scene of, like, how do we change this stuff? How do we make more money? We're paying taxes as artists. Why aren't we being treated like small businesses? And like, why are things like this? Like, where is public art funding going? You know, like, they're asking all these questions that, like, I don't think I was really smart enough, aware enough to ask 10 years ago.
And do you think these artists are asking because it's a space they would rather stay in Milwaukee and create than find a different space where maybe those things are happening?
I think so.
Or they perceive those things are happening?
I think that's a little bit of it. I think no one wants to have to leave home. I think instinctually, like, some people crave the desire to see the world, and that's really exciting and beautiful. But I think when you're making something, you don't want to have to leave home, especially because probably home is where you derive a lot of that inspiration, creativity, where your roots are. I don't really like the concept for me leaving Milwaukee to find success. I would rather grit my way through this place to find success. That means I have to shoot 50 senior portraits in between other gigs to make ends meet. I'll do that because I'm paying tax dollars in a city that I believe in, and that's really important to me. I do want to see MPS grow. I'm an MPS alumni. I do want to see it grow and be better. I want to see the roads be better, right? I want to see our parks stay green. I think that's all really important. It's hard to remember that when you're a working class person, right? Like that's where your money goes when you're working, but I believe in that stuff. I think a lot of artists do. Because this is home. It's home to so many of us, right?
You mentioned Milwaukee Public Schools. What was your arts education like there?
My arts education was pretty interesting there. In middle school, I got to be a part of an orchestra, and in 7th grade, we went to New York, and we won an orchestra competition in New York, a national one. And then in 8th grade...
It's a great experience.
It was unbelievable.
What middle school did you go to?
I went to Alexander Graham Bell, which I believe is now Wedgwood Academy. And my orchestra teacher was none other than the artist Classic's uncle.
What a small world,
Yeah,
small walkie, as we like to
yeah.
say. But it's more the threads of creativity
Truly.
that weave through, and that's a fun story.
Yeah.
That you got your creative start in music. What instrument did you play?
I played viola and then violin. Yeah.
Do you still dabble in music? Have you just evolved? Have you set it down for now? Maybe pick it up later?
I have a violin still, but as I entered high school, guitar is way cooler than violin, so is bass and playing in bands. And transparently, I started shooting bands because my first real love was music, and I just wasn't really as good as some of my counterparts, which I thought was fine. I thought that's fine, but it might still be fun to be a part of the journey by documenting what they do, and that's kind of the ethos of where it started.
I get that. I grew up a dancer, and at some point I figured out going to performing arts high school, like, oh, I am not the best at this. That I have a gift, but not a full-on gift for dancing. So I get to support the arts and be part of it in this fashion
That's
instead. So, yeah, if
exactly
you can
how I
be
feel.
adjacent and still be creative and still be supportive.
Yeah.
Don't always have to be the prima ballerina or the rock god. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm kind of grateful to not be. I don't know if I could handle the pressure.
Again, knowing what we're happiest with. He is artist Samer Ghani, and he has a new book that captures the live local scene here in Milwaukee called Memories of a Street Cat that is coming out. The release party is next Wednesday at the Cactus Club, and a couple of closing thoughts from Samer next on What's on Tap.
So, Dad, what gives with the square pizzas?
Well, Marty wanted to be different, but little did he know that he was giving everyone a real value. We figured it out. Our 12-inch square pizza covers 27% more space than a 12-inch round.
A bigger pizza and a better value.
Yep, 27% more.
Marty's Pizza in Delafield.
And martyspizza.net for easy online ordering.
Register online for Red Card Loyalty, and after 15 pizzas, you'll get your next one free!
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed. But we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys have been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. We did the math. When you buy bagged mulch from the big guys, you pay $50 a yard. Why pay more for inferior mulch? When you buy from Erickson's, you'll get premium mulch for almost half the cost. And you'll see that even our economy mulch is better, for less than half the cost of bag mulch. And either choice is made with premium colorant that lasts longer. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, cold plunge. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Sale is happening at the Realtors Home and Garden Show inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. For a limited time, you can save thousands with factory direct pricing and special show discounts. Shop floor models, brand new inventory, and exclusive show-only deals you won't find anywhere else. Don't miss the Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Sale, March 20th through the 29th, only at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Come see it, try it, and save big at the show.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Local music. I was going to say live local music, but they're not here live. But they will be on Wednesday. Artist Samer Ghani is in the studio with me with a big smile on his face. Who are we hearing?
This is El Sebas. This is a little bit of what you can experience next Wednesday at Cactus Club for my book release party, which is free to attend.
And stacked with live music. El Sebas, Known Moon's Garden Home Classic. And I feel like I'm forgetting someone.
Living
room. Yes. I'm looking at the flyer right now. And I'm charmed by the name of your photo book, Memories of a Street Cat, and even more charmed by the photo on the cover. You're the cover boy in a pink shirt holding your beloved kitty, black and white kitty cat.
Yeah, Ren.
Ren?
Yeah, Ren. Very, very important. I think when you... in life, you don't know the things that are going to leave a major impact on you, right? Now, I'm not a father, but this is the closest I'll ever be to having kids is like owning animals, and I care for them very deeply, and you just don't know when something's going to leave like a major impact on you. Ren taught me a lot. Ren had a lot of health issues. She went through a lot, but she was always so happy and loving, and that's like there's a lesson in there, right? And I try to honor that every day. I'm human. I still get mad. I still get upset about stuff that absolutely does not matter. I think we all do. That's what makes us human.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, right? But so the book is dedicated to Ren because, you know, she just taught me so much, and I thought it was important to honor her as I move forward.
Aw, and the fact that you did feel like a street cat in your ramblings and experiences, touching all the different photographic jobs that you had and being welcomed by each. And I liked your analogy of being a cat on a porch and like, hey, we're happy to see you. It's like, okay, I'm finished here now.
I gotta
gonna
go.
move on.
Yeah.
Gonna move on to the next project. Speaking of moving on to the next project, first of all, how can people keep up with you?
You can follow me on the socials. It's at Samerghani, SAMERGHANI, and that's also my website, samerghani.com.
I am excited for you. Congratulations on the new book. And what are you working on next?
I did some really exciting work with the Brewers over the last 3 months this past summer that'll come out in April. That's all I can say.
April's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, very exciting.
You may be back.
Very excited. Maybe.
I'm very excited.
Very
okay,
exciting time.
We've got Brewers news.
We got
Artist
Brewers news.
Samerghani, look out for some Brewers.
Yeah, I know
art.
you guys are Brewers fans around here.
Oh, but congratulations on partnering with some of our biggest organizations in Milwaukee. Nice to see local artists thrive. He is artist Samerghani, SAMERGHANI. Party with him next Wednesday at the Cactus Club. And thanks for all that you're doing for the arts at the Cactus Club in Bayview.
Thank you, Sandy.
I'm Sandy Maxx. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll meet you back here tomorrow at 6 on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here. Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring. Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now. JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday, scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet. Just a couple things, huh? Maybe more than a couple.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same